We are theoretically alive. What's up, party people? We are on a game review day. We're going to be checking out people's games, seeing what they've been up to, what kind of things they're doing right, what kind of things they're doing wrong, and try and give it some better coverage. Let me know about your games, what your life is like, and what you want me to check out. Azure over here wants me to look at his latest win and lost. We'll see if we get to both. We'll do one. Where you at? Let's see. You've made it up into the diamond ranks. You were talking about that before, where we got a huge win streak. Look at this massive win streak that he went on. From Platinum 3, just kept winning games all the way into Diamond 3, all the way into Diamond 2, and then Diamond 2 started to get a little bit tough, dropped out of there, went bouncing around. In and out of Diamond 2 is kind of what's going on in life right now for Azure. We will consider that for some stuff. So I would like to look at, we talked about it before, but let's look at you getting into, this is a 30-5 game, that's a little bit wild, but you getting into Diamond 2 in the first place. Let's check that out. If you're on vertical, let me know how you like this setup. I try and do one at the very bottom so you can see everything that goes on, and then one that's a little bit more zoomed in for the details. Just to see. All right, so this is a tough map. We got you on Rocket off the bat, but you switch over to Winter Soldier. Okay. Like usual, I want to pop out and take a look at everything that's going on, not just what you're up to, but what's kind of happening in the game, and think about life. So we're going to fly up in the air here and kind of take a look over the battlefield. We've got the pretty standard setup. This team comes down these stairs, and gets a direct line of fire on these guys that are defending here. That's the pretty normal rollout on this map. Another option would be to go around here if you're a little bit of a more sneaky character, so you're not in a firing line. You know, you can go around here, and then you can use this corner to peek around and not just be in a constant firing line of danger. And then the defenders should have somebody covering this side just in case somebody just sneaks through these rocks over here and goes over there. The lineup that we're looking at is Emma Frost, Hawkeye, Scarlet, Winter Soldier, Cloak and Dagger, and Invisible Woman. So they're doing the 1 tank, 3 DPS, which works on attack. It's not great, but it works on attack. On defense, we've got a Emma, Rogue, Hela, Winter Soldier, Luna, and Adam. Oh no, that's the attack team. Oh, interesting. So the defense team, I messed that up. Defense team is running single tank. That's a terrible idea. Offense team is running 2 tanks, but a Luna, Adam healer comp. Not a lot of teams are going to be confident in that healer comp, even though it definitely has some potential. So we're doing the firing line coming in here, and there's not a lot of action goes on. If we can look at the timeline across the bottom here, we can see that there is not a lot going on. There's a little bit of a kerfuffle here. The solo tank life ends up a problem here, and the red tank is a little bit too overconfident. Okay. So they're pushing in against the only tank, but look how much space has been created here. The team is way back here, not playing to the tank's capabilities. So the tank has pushed up and is about to turn this corner, and is about to go into this death line of fire from the enemy team. So we can see the enemy team is all in a nice straight line. All of their damage is going to get focused on whoever is right here. And their team is so far back here that if this tank pushes past this rock, we're about to lose all line of sight on them, and so much damage coming their way with no support and no split up of the output. This is Rogue going forward here. Rogue has a lot of mobility, and she's got the diamond form going on, so we're going to see how this plays out. Okay. Wild. Okay, so Rogue went in a little bit aggressive. Emma tried to support her. Full health going on. Everything is fine. Rogue gets out of line of sight, and then she just explodes here. And I am very curious. I'm trying to figure out what all went down. So that is Hawkeye. Hawkeye and Winter Soldier problems there. So you can see just the sheer amount of damage. We can slow down the speed a little bit and go back. So Rogue went pretty aggressive. Rogues can do that. She flies up in the air, lets out some attacks. Emma's down to the ground. She slams down, tries to do her pull in. Emma goes diamond to resist that. Then Rogue's like, okay, I need to get out, dashes out. At the same time, kind of lack of communication here going on where Emma goes in as Rogue comes out. But at the same time, she's pretty much full HP. She took one hit here. She's not too low. There is a crystal here from Emma. So Emma has a crystal on her. When the crystal breaks, she's going to take 30% of her HP and damage. Then there's a Winter Soldier and a Hawkeye. So Winter Soldier hit, Hawkeye hit, and then the crystal breaks and she dies. She dies so fast. Insanely fast. So now you have a second tank, so you should be fine here. Nothing, we can see timeline-wise, nothing too crazy goes on. But what are you up to throughout this entire thing? Because this is your game review, and I tend to focus a little bit too much on what everybody else is up to. So here, you're too far back. Your tanks have some good line of sight. There's zero danger hanging out over here. If you had even gone around over here, come through here. There's zero danger here. No threats. You can pretty much see all the enemies. So if you'd used this a little bit better, you could have gotten up a little bit further forward. You were further back. You took a hit, so it's all these guys are taking hits because they're in that kind of firing line. You start to move up as your Rogue gets busy. This is a better location for your team to be. Ideally, again, a little bit more over here, but generally fine. You're trying to get line of sight on the target. She gets exploded here. You need to be... Yo, it's Louis. Louis! You need to be kind of hanging out over here as Winter Soldier, and you need to be lining up hook grabs, right? The tank busting that needs to go on here, or the bunker busting, I should say, not tank busting. You need to bust through their bunker of defense. And to do that, you need to be hanging out here, and you need to pop out and hook whoever is standing right here. If you had been ready for that, instead of doing what you're doing right now, if you had been here winding up a hook and popped out and shot it, you would grab this Hawkeye, pull him in, then you uppercut him off to the side and take him out so fast, and they're down a member. So you want to be constantly looking for those hooks. That's the actual way to play Winter Soldier as effectively as possible in these ranks, is isolating targets and taking them out rather quickly. This is just like kind of an unnecessary set of trades going on. You guys are both kind of hitting each other, but no plan to take out the person. You're starting to do the hook thing now. You do grab two targets, which is huge, but then you uppercut them back forward. So this is a bit of a mess up. Yo, Samantha too. So yeah, we got a slight bit of a mess up here. You had a really good hook set up. You got a great hook set up. They are lining up too many people right here. No line of sight on you guys. You guys have a nice view around the corner. You go for the grab here. You grab Wanda and you grab Emma. But you then shoot them and then uppercut forward. What you should instead do is you should have turned the other way after pulling. So you grab them, pull them in, face the other way as a quick turn, and then uppercut them this way away from their team, and then you can just pop a shot into them. Wanda would get away. She would just shift away and fly away, but Emma would be so isolated over there. So isolated. And she would have died. So now Rogue, doing a good break a line of sight. That's why you use this rock section instead of using this whole area. You use over here, so you can break away from that incoming damage and get some healing. You should have some decent healing going on here, but you guys are about to lose this fight. You've backed yourself into a wall. You didn't give yourself any kind of escape option. There's a good route over here. There's a good route over here, but you backed yourself into the wall, took some big chunk damage. Rogue goes back in. She hasn't really received the healing, but she sees that your team is in some danger. Basically, your whole danger is, or your whole team is still just not giving yourself cover. Not giving yourself any cover. He gets popped. She gets popped. Just Hawkeye things. Okay. So your team here manages to somehow break their bunker.
I like the cold.
What's going on here? Emma went in ham. What? Emma's still over there.
Some assistant.
All right, what happens? What's going on? Man, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Damn it. Whatever. Yeah.
Much better.
So this fighting is going on over here. Emma's like, oh, I'm going to use this whole, like I kind of talked about, their team isn't set up here at all. So your Emma just kind of like comes around here and goes, oh, look at this wide open space. I'm going to start capping point. This is how you break a bunker, right? You had all that opportunity before to come around this side and break through their bunker setup. They've got so much firing line potential here, but she just comes here, starts grabbing point. They have to turn to react. In that turn to react, your team starts to take the advantage. Their tank didn't quite realize that this was happening. So now they've got 1, 2, 3 people, both healers and Hawkeye, all looking at Emma. These guys no longer have their support. Emma realizes it. Scarlet doesn't. Scarlet still hasn't figured it out. Now she knows. And so this is how you guys broke through their bunker and come around the corner. You're lining up a hook. There's way too much distance here, I think, for a hook. But she just flew into you for no reason. So that worked out for you. And I just saw her use both of her invisibilities. So she had used one to fly before, and now she's using another one to fly back here. She's paying attention to you guys. You're winding up a hook here, and like I said, it's just there's too much distance for most of their team. You shouldn't have had a successful hook there. She just like walks up into you. It's grabbed. But again, you didn't do the follow-up shift. She invises again and gets out. Your Emma dies, and you guys lose this fight again because no healer ultimate match, right? You got Adam's ultimate, but you don't have Luna's. They get their disappear off because Invisible Woman farms her ultimate like mad. You guys lose that fight. Born Again comes in, and this is where you turn it around. So you used a bunch of resources there to get those kills. Born Again comes in around the corner. You're back up. This is where Adam adds a huge amount of pressure to the game. They both go in. You've also kind of gone in. We're going to keep focusing here on your life. And this is, so again, this is controller Winter Soldier play, so it's not going to have the accuracy that we would be expecting in PC. She should have died right there. Lots of shooting, but not a lot of planning your shot here. You're just shooting for the sake of shooting. You're not planning out who you're hitting, and we're seeing that a lot in those shots all throughout that kind of sequence. We can look at it again, but there's... Rise My Friends comes in. They're just right in front of you. You fire some shots forward. I think you noticed her. You didn't quite land the shot. A quick snap, but the rock was in the way. Here, just look at where your cursor's at and where the people that you're shooting are at. Your cursor, you do jagged movement instead of a smoother move pattern, and I think that's going to, again, come a lot to console life. And then here you're just kind of shooting in different directions. You're not sure where any of the enemies are. You lost track of the fight, and that's something that you need to do a little bit less. You want to make sure you're not losing track of fights. If you guys hadn't already won that, that could have been a problem. I can. That was a nice combo for Magic. What the? Bro, you cheating? What's this? Is that actually open? That was weird. You hit them. It gave you a headshot dialogue, but that wall is up. And now the wall opens. But that might just be a lag between the replayer and the actual match. That wall might have actually been down, and the replayer is just not keeping up with what actually happened in the match. Because remember, this replayer is just taking a bunch of information and making it happen using the game engine again. So in the match that you were playing, this wall was actually probably down. The turtle probably actually got close enough that the wall came down, but it doesn't show it in the replay. Because, yeah, that was wild. That was wild. We are doing gameplay reviews. This is more kind of just shooting for shooting's sakes. This is something that you need to break your habit of. So you need to break your habit of just shooting damage out at enemies that aren't going to die from the damage that you're doing. There's zero chance that anybody that you were shooting at was going to die here. And so all you're doing is that you're hitting them and giving them ultimate charge. as you get into diamond ranks and as you get into grandmaster ranks and higher especially, the more ultimate charge you give for no reason, the worse you're going to have in games. So you want to be a little bit more patient with your games, and you want to be making sure that you're attacking when attacking is useful and not just attacking for the sake of attacking. Some characters can attack for the sake of attacking if there's somebody that charges ultimates that are extremely effective at winning games. Moon Knight can just attack whatever the hell he wants, right? Punisher should be shooting as many things as he possibly can because their ultimates are so impactful. Winter Soldier's ultimate is not that impactful compared to those ones. It is a chain reaction of success ultimate that you only need to be getting once kills are established. It's very rarely the one that's going to start you winning the fight. It's just the one that's going to finish the fight. So you don't want to be trying to build your ult charge by giving enemies ultimate charge that is going to be able to shut you down easily. So, yeah, you did it sounds like there you did a wind up for a pull-in, but there was an Emma shield right in front of you. We got this Emma shield right here blocking you. Oh, no, that was just a knee. That was just a knee. We're fine.
Some uninvited.
Armed.
So you see a low-ish HP person. You go for an armed and dangerous. Their tank, or your tank just ulted. Your rogue did.
Dangerous.
Good block from them, but you get the takedown, and you should just start a chain reaction here. This is a really good start of a fight. Server admin here is gonna... Oh, no, you got her. I thought she was gonna shut down your ult chain. Good hits. And then your ult is over, and there's no real reason to fight here. This is their spawn. They're just gonna come back immediately. I try to keep up with the chat. Where do you find the pin code? Oh, you can go into your match history and then click on the game, and in the bottom right, the UID shows up. We can look at how to do that after this one. 4 people to be able to give me their codes. So yeah, you've now got yourself in a lot of trouble, right? And I think you lost focus on what was happening in the game here. You guys did great. You pushed them to this point. This initial push here was great with your chain reaction of ultimates. Once you failed that last ultimate here, at this point, you're not getting any more value out of staying here. Your team, quite a bit of your team's over there. There's still a little bit of a threat going on behind you. And your team starts to realize this. So Rogue gets herself out. She gets beat up a little bit, but she takes the side path out of the fight. Emma's over here. Emma starts backing up to the point. Everybody's establishing themselves back to the point to get back and start moving it, because that's what you actually need to be doing here. You've lost track of this, and you stay here. And look how little support you have at this point. So everybody is gone, and you're just watching their entire team at their spawn come out at you. So this got you in a lot of trouble. You don't have support. You didn't know it was happening, and you turned around and kind of went, oh man, like I am completely alone. Emma saw that you were in trouble and stayed. Yo, thank you. Christian Live. So Emma noticed and tried to come in and help you. She was like, oh man, he's actually alone. And she came up to help you, and you turned tail and ran. You ran back to your team. Correct choice to make. Technically a semi-correct choice to make, but just no healer support. You caused that death, right? Because she was going to get out. You just stayed too long. You get back to your team. I don't know what Scarlet's been up to this whole time. I don't even think she knows what she's been up to this whole time. Not sure what that was. That was just a flick. Panic flick. You also used your shift there. You used lots of abilities there for no reason. Oh, to give yourself overshield. Okay, so that makes sense. As you use any of your abilities on Bucky, you're going to get that little bit of bonus HP. That kind of can save yourself from tricky situations. Your cooldowns come back decently. She's just harassing your backline, and nobody is responding to her. So finally, Magic comes around and chases her away. She goes invisible. Magic changes focus. This is a great thing to do. As soon as Wanda shifts, you can just drop focusing on her for a little bit, because she's going to have to give up whatever space she managed to get here. She got too aggressive and went down. Wanda comes in for a pure chaos. Do you land the hook? You have to land this every time. Beautiful. You missed the uppercut again. You need to work on your hook uppercut, but you did the right thing. You shut down her ultimate. She should never get her ultimate off if you are present. Behold Darkchild. I don't know what she's doing. Again, this is another situation where she used her ultimate because she had it, but she's got no support. She's in the entirety of the enemy team. You have a dead team member. So one of your tanks is dead. Your entire team is down a hill around the corner. She pops her ultimate from behind and comes out here and just gets obliterated, right? This was dumb. This is absolutely dumb. If you guys had pushed forward first and then she did this, that was a one team fight. But instead, now you lost a cooldown, lost a person at a critical moment of capturing a point. You get obliterated just from Hawkeye Winter Soldier nonsense, and your team just gets shredded here. Could see that coming immediately. Oh, that was really bad. Your Luna wasted her ultimate too. You've already lost 2 people and 1 person in spawn, right? 1 person in spawn, 2 people dead. 0 reason to ultimate. Just let your team die. Now you lose this entire healer ultimate. There's 0% chance that this healer ultimate was going to lead to any kind of success for your team. Healers, think about this. Yes, your healer ultimate can save you. Yes, your healer ultimate can spawn time. If you are not in overtime, never use your healer ultimate to stall time. It's just a waste. If you were in overtime, sure, but you're not. So she wastes this. It goes away. These two are still fighting here for some reason. Lots of opportunities to disengage and get safety. They did not. Luna should die. Oh, she actually got away, luckily. Magic going in to Ham again. Not enough support for her to go in that Ham. Rogue dies. Pure chaos from behind. You turn around and you miss your hook. Oh, but she was too far away and you all are fine. You all are fine. Morning Again comes in again. This Adam saving the day once more. Rogue goes to Ham. They get an us against the world. Rogue needs to get out. She does not. She just stays in. Wastes a bunch of your resources, gets people in some trouble. Magic's dead, Adam's dead, and it's a nice quick cleanup from them. So that all came from a ill-played combo from Rogue going up and over aggressively again. You match your MVP and went 26-3. All right, we'll check it out. That was rough.
You cannot hurt me. Much better.
Shooting for the sake of shooting. Stop doing it.
Some uninvited guests.
You didn't land any of those hits. You're just shooting the ground at that point. Now you go for Armed and Dangerous, even though you didn't have eyes on any targets. We can review your loss later. I want to give more people opportunities to get reviews, and then we'll see if we have time. So you did some shots. Your ultimate comes up here. She dies. You hear Rogue ult and her ult. They both ulted, and you're just like, yes, this is my opportunity to ult. But you can't see anything. You just got blinded. You don't have vision on the enemy team. There's no health bars that are particularly low. You should have pushed up further forward before you ulted here. You want to make sure that you see a target that will actually work for your ultimate. So you landed on Megs here. Megs full health. And you do manage to get him. But, like, look how little your ultimate did in that encounter. It ended up being a very unnecessary ult. And your team just blew everything, right? 0-0. Oh, no, Magic still has hers, so that's nice. So you blew yours, Rogue blew hers, and Emma blew hers. So now you've got very few ultimates to help you in a coming fight. And it looks like because of that, you epically lose here, right? So we can see that happening. Magic goes in, gets a great combo, taking out a healer. They are now down a healer. This is where you could potentially figure out where they're making their hold and stagger them. That's Emma's plan right here. A healer is dead. You could stagger them so hard if you all played aggressively. So Emma goes up to play aggressively because she's like, yeah, they only have one healer. I can play this. She was invisible and Emma couldn't see her. Emma's lost track of you guys because she thought you guys would all be on the same page for that. And she's just going to get herself killed here. Boom, dead. Your whole team just standing on the point. There's two thought processes there, of course. You went with the thought process of we need to push the cart. The cart is actually the objective of the game. If we're not pushing the cart, what's the point? Totally valid, totally legitimate. Emma went with the thought process of they're down a healer. If they try to engage with us, they're going to lose the fight, and then they're going to be staggered longer, and the point will make more progress through that. So now you're down a team member. and they're going to capitalize on the advantage of that. You also have only one ultimate in Magic here. So Rogue goes way too ham right into the open. You guys are fighting a sniper comp, and she just goes out there and gets obliterated. Now you guys just need to give this point. You are not going to fight into this successfully. You're down both your tanks. You have nobody to take pressure. Disengage. Go down the stairs. Go over here. Break line of sight. Do something. You're not going to win this fight. You guys stay. Oh, a huge grab in because you guys stayed. He does the side uppercut, which I've been talking about. So where you pulled them in and then uppercut them back to where they were going, he pulled them in and side uppercut them. Look at the break of line of sight from their team. They've been pushed out of where they want to be. He gets frozen, but his team's able to clean it up because of how successful that was. Clean up, clean up, clean up, dead. Emma's now alone and goes in because she's not paying attention to the state of the game and gets herself blown up again. She's extra staggered. So your team's going to take even longer to get back. And you can kind of see this gap in the gameplay. Nothing happens here because you guys have to wait for Emma to spawn. Emma's now spawned. You group up here. Nothing goes on for a while. Their team is playing extremely passively. Whole lot of nothing. So what I would want to be looking for out of you is not a switch to Star-Lord. Okay, so you switched over to Star-Lord. Let's talk about the differences in that playstyle. Star-Lord should be played as a flanker. You should be flanking the enemy team, taking routes like over here, shooting into the enemy team, charging your ultimate up as much as you can, and then constantly ulting the enemy team. Star-Lord doesn't work great into triple healer comps, which is what you're fighting into, because they're going to have a healer ultimate that can handle your ultimate, is the kind of thought process behind it. It's one of the reasons he's weaker into triple heals. They then aren't as punished for holding an ultimate to deal with you. I Never Miss comes out from the enemy team, but you get a ultimate. They get an ultimate. Everything should be pretty neutral here. We can see that in the timeline. What was she doing? Oh my goodness, what a mistake. Okay. What is she doing? How long ago did she go over there? So they killed Emma. And look at this Luna. Luna comes over here, gets in trouble, jumps up here, and then, like, flanks you guys? Interesting. Okay, so she gets chased off. Really weird. Zero reason for her to have done that. Now she's completely alone here. You get an us against the world. Your team hasn't figured out she's there. You walked past her. Everybody just walked past her as she's here shooting shots. But she got herself isolated. Enough damage comes out from her that eventually somebody turns or somebody makes a call. You turn around, get a nice easy kill. That should never have happened. Darkchild comes out. Now that they're down a healer and a healer ultimate, so they used Invisible Woman ultimate. Luna's dead. Great time to use Darkchild because now it can't be countered. Takes down their Winter Soldier. Doing some work. You're not flanking. Where are you? You're still not flanking. You're kind of playing a front to back style here, so I don't think this is the best character for you to pick up. If this is where you default your playstyle to, she shouldn't have died there again. Very interesting, because there was an us against the world field on the ground. So their Luna is really throwing this here.
I am ready to put up.
She went this way, this way, this way. This one gap here is no healing. There's no healing ultimate here. It's all on this side of the turtle.
On a show.
And so she's thinking she's perfectly invincible because there'll be a healing ultimate, but she lands at the one location that did not get covered at all by healing ultimate, and she just gets obliterated. That is rough.
They found my weak spot.
My life force is exposed. Armed.
He gets exploded. A lot of the healing gets absorbed up by Magneto. What are we doing? Are we flanking yet? We're not. You ult.
Only 60 seconds left.
Kill. lost track of targets to shoot. There's multiple people around you that would have been better targets than the ones that you chose. I just see lack of experience on Star-Lord.
I am ready to put on a show.
Enemy in front of us. Vulnerable.
They got their Luna ultimate, so all that got kind of shut down. Your co-op time comes down, and okay, you didn't notice that she was there, but they all die. You managed to take down 2 of their 3 healers as a team.
Let the darkness.
The final 10 seconds.
This guy's a really hard character to play on controller. If your tracking is weaker, it's really hard to play him.
The current score is 0.
Not a lot went on. Not a lot went on at the other end there. Our next game, you've gone over to Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl's great. Great on defense. Great when the enemy team is trying to push through something like this. You can just lob shots. You're also pretty good at killing Groot walls. Your damage output is nuts.
Appreciate you.
And people are just going to get exploded here. You're just firing down the line.
Out, dark magic.
Somebody made a call. That switch from you definitely came from McCall, I think.
Time to go nuts.
Easy kill.
Behind you. You're not my queen. Not now, not ever. A nice deep freeze.
Let the dark.
Groot gets really messed up by Squirrel Girl. You get your ultimate here, you should just pop it. Very nice. Charges through them, forces them to give up space. Groot moves forward, the rest of the team moved back. Easy kill on Groot.
Ooh, a touch of healing.
Mistake from Groot's part. They're just doing a charge through you guys, and you're able to just get so much Squirrel Girl value out of their choice and how to engage with this. We kind of saw when Hela went around the side, she was able to get so much more space because she's not coming through your firing line. When you're playing Squirrel Girl, that firing line is just so strong. They get some kills here.
Us against the world.
Us against the world. Disappear. Eye of Agamotto comes out. I'm not sure how your team manages to pick up kills here, but they do. Dark Child's how. Actually, I'm so confused how this all went down. Because somehow your Strange kills. Okay, so Demon comes out and gets a huge amount of value. Look at that Demon slashing the heck out of him. Okay, then just easily taken out. Dark Child comes out here. So much damage coming out of her. You manage to work together with her to get the cleanup on the point. They are super staggered. He's blocking Magneto from doing any saving. He's behind her. Stops any healing from coming. Maybe not intentional, but ends up doing it. She gets killed. Pretty easy cleanup. Us against the world comes in when they have multiple dead people. We talked about this. Don't ult. Don't use healer ultimates when there's multiple dead allies unless it's overtime. You're no longer playing Winter Soldier, so you can't do the... If you're playing Winter Soldier here, you would be standing here. She finishes the thing here. You do the hook, grab her, pull her in, kick her this way, and 2 shots into her, and she's dead, and the ultimate's gone.
I'm ready to
As a thing to do if you're on Winter Soldier. Pointless, I am Groot. You don't have any kind of support to follow it up. Groot is a combo ultimate. Don't use it in solo environments. Explosion, explosion. Nuts. Squirrel Stampede comes out. Wrecked. It doesn't do a lot. It doesn't do a lot. It could have been better. Hela's just doing things up here. You're trying to react. A lot of this victory came on the shoulders of Magic. Magic brought your team, I think, the most pressure. And her ultimates tended to be what won you engagements. Ooh, nice pickup. So you managed to get a double bounce over here and take out Hela. Neil Peasants, useless into Strange there. So much of it was wasted. Again, totally wasted Disappear. What are you getting out of ulting here? You're not getting anything out of it. Just a waste. Just a waste. Shouldn't have been needed. They got 2. Your Squirrel Stampede comes out. You die, but the Squirrel Stampede kills 1. Doesn't kill more than that. I'm really very confused. Okay, so it's going to be a Strange Portal. Magic stays alive for a little while. Strange Portal comes in. You guys shoot out of it and come out. Us against the world.
By the
I have Agamotto onto the team. You're following that up. Nut. Shoot, shoot. Easy cleanup. Easy cleanup. Fortunate because Strange was the first one to die, so he respawned, portaled, and got you guys back. If they had that disappear now, they would have been able to do something a little bit more work-wise, but they didn't because they burned it over here, and you guys get the win. So yeah, if when you guys opened that portal, they had that disappear that they wasted earlier, they would have been fine. Oh, you guys also had a healing ultimate, yeah. So if they had their disappear here, you guys come out, Cloak and Dagger ults here. If they would disappear and stayed on point, it would have been a point for them probably, but didn't end up working out. I have Agamotto. You wreck them. Nice. So things to think about, a lot of it is going to be starting to be, who are you focusing on? What are you shooting at? Are you wasting damage? Are you powering up enemy ultimates and things like that? Cool. All right. Louis wants me to take out the match. That's this guy. New career. 3. 30 and 6. That's I'm not gonna review a co-op versus AI game. Oh, 26. Okay, 26 and 7. Now this is you getting me to look at your... I don't love looking at quick matches, and I don't love looking at games where you stomped. Because game reviews is supposed to be where you can improve, not just showing off. This feels more like a show-offy thing, so we'll look at it a little bit. We'll look at it a little bit. If anybody has a ID that they want to have me check out, let me know. Hit up the comments. Drop a replay ID, and we can take a look. If M, you got one, I'd love to take a look, see what you're up to. Daredevil in general is a pretty broken character. Quick play in general, the skill ranks that you're going to be encountering is rough. Yeah, if we don't get another one, I'll check out your loss, Nick, or one of your losses at least.
On the hunt. Face the devil.
Okay. 1v1 there, Daredevil. Great. You didn't stay on point. This is a big mistake right here. Stay on point, get the cap, actually start getting the point for your team. You left the point for no reason. Taking so much longer for your team to get the point. Jumped in here. Adam did his thing to link all their HP together. You seem to have noticed that and got yourself out to safety. You come around again. Now, your team lost so much pressure here. You aren't with them, even though you're high HP, and there isn't really a flank angle to take. Over here, this wild thing goes on. Your team completely lost track of Hela and let her take out one of your healers. So Hela was here. You went in. You beat up Hela. You got her low. You abandon it. And she crows over here. Your entire team lost track of her here. At this point, you should have just turned around and been like, okay, I'm with my team. I'm in an okay state. And you should have assessed the situation first. You might have been able to notice that Hela went over there, but you've decided to go over here for some reason. Then you hide behind this tree. This is you trying to kind of assess the situation. Because you can see through objects, you're trying to stay sneaky. You've lost a healer at this point. Rogue's gone in with a healer down. You guys managed to pick up their healer, who was extremely out of position. Rogue goes down. And Cloak and Dagger goes down. So you're down 2. Where are you? Oh, you went in. You went in. When did you go in? You lost 2 at this point. You're not paying attention to what's happening in the match. You're not paying attention to game state because at this point you're down Jeff the Shark. You're down Rogue. You're down Cloak and Dagger. No healers. No tank. You, Psylocke and you. Oh, NM is dead. You jump into the entire enemy team. Do some Daredevil things. Dash yourself out. And escape through sheer them not having any idea what's going on. You're doing some good movements to keep yourself untracked. They're losing track of you pretty badly. And you're able to dash around quite a bit and stay alive. They do end up keeping up with you. So they eventually catch up with you. But this was good work. Did some hits. Got some hits. Almost got her. Did some jumps and on wall runs. Just to keep yourself hard to keep track of. Dashed away. Grabbed a health pack. Used your parry. Double damage. Dashed away. But you're not going to be able to run away from another Daredevil. Daredevil's one of the best chasers in the game. You're not as good at running as you are at chasing on Daredevil because he can just keep dashing to you. And you don't have that option. So your respawn and rollout comes in. You think about it. You're thinking. You're up. You're up. You're not familiar with him. You can see that in that play there. Just like not sure how far that attack goes.
I can hear where they're shooting from.
Not used to that wall run jump up. Now you're going for a toss in and take him down with a really fast combo. You get a Born Again. This is where you should let the devil out. Yep, nice. Extermination comes out, but you're able to take him down. These guys go down. He should go down. Pretty easy cleanup. Pretty easy cleanup. Keeping track of Daredevil play is always hard. As you move, your camera's going to be moving around so much, and you jump around so much. That goes pretty easy for your team. Pretty easy. Part of the reason why I don't usually watch quick play reviews is that we don't know the skill rank of the people. These guys could be brand new players. They could be completely different level to you. I don't know how they play the game versus how you play the game. So like that Hela play is ridiculous. Wanda and Squirrel Girl, your highest win characters, pretty sure that makes sense because those are both really good console characters. Really good console characters. If you picked up Magic into that list, you'd probably have a really good time. Those are super solid console characters. So you've kind of just, I assume something went on in your real life. You've just gone AFK here. Okay, now you're back in the game. You're looking down and seeing what's around.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Let the devil out!
You see this guy being AFK over here. But Adam is there as well. You make some noise there. That was bad. That melee that you just did, if you were playing against players at my level, they would have heard that. This guy would have heard that and would have changed his playstyle. These guys aren't. He just runs past. You get this AFK player. It's kind of rude to do, especially since you just went AFK to then go and kill an AFK person. You're one of the best chasers in the game. She lost track of you and then just kind of gave up.
Health, I needed that. You're on my radar.
Using your blind sense could to a good advantage. You're checking where people are going and kind of keeping up with their escape paths, going for them.
Never stood a chance, Rogue.
You're decent at the target priority in tight situations. Despite lots of things going on, you did it quick. You quickly identified, early on in this earlier fight, you identified Hawkeye right away and like obliterated him. You might not even have gotten the kill on him. Oh, you did. Here. If we go back to here, we can kind of see. Look how many people are going on here. Person. Lots of stress. You get ready to toss out your chains, double jump, and you immediately lock in on the right target. That was really good. It's hard to do on console. We were kind of seeing that when we were watching Nick's stuff of keeping track of a single target on console can be a little bit harder. But you've locked in. You Sonic Pursuit onto Black Widow here. But then you jump up and you immediately switch over. So you jump up, switch, and go right for the priority target. Hit him with all of those, dash to him, combo him down. Pull yourself to the side. You found him. He gets out of your line of sight. It's going to make sense. He can fly. Let the devil out. Again, you do good target prior. You switch again. Immediately go for that Hawkeye. Notice Adam. So lots of good. You make good, fast switches with your console experience.
Double kill.
You're on my radar.
This, you saw his escape path. You followed the route that he was going. You did some good work there. Your team gets a very nice setup, and then one more fight here. You guys have pushed them so far back that you're feeling really confident. You go right past all of them and destroy their healer. They just get shredded. And they can't keep up with you at all. They can't track you. The players you're playing with here cannot fight something like a Daredevil. They need to switch over to a Namor or something that can actually keep up with you. And that's a big reason why your game was so successful here is the enemy team is not able to deal with your character.
Let the devil out!
Don't know what this ult was.
You're on my radar.
Yeah, no idea what that ult was. He wasted a huge amount of value.
On my radar.
I think you're gonna... Oh, health back, and then you're gonna beat this guy now. Your team managed to win the rest of the fight, and you're able to get that win. If we watch that, I don't think. If we pop out and watch how this all played out, because it was very strange. You went under them. You lost Psylocke here. You tried to pull yourself up. You missed. You pulled yourself up. Then you ulted here for some reason. When you were in between the cat's legs and you had no real way out or any way to use your combo, you popped your ultimate. You got stuck here a little bit. Managed to get yourself out. Your ult's almost done at this point. Then you managed to go in. A couple of combos. It goes away. You realize, but Us Against the World comes in. So I would have turned around and gone back in. You don't. You've identified Daredevil over here,
Area is yours to capture.
which is fine, but like you could have helped your team easily clean up this whole thing with that Us Against the World. And then this would have been easier to clean up after. This had a lower chance of success because now you're putting yourself into a tight situation. You're leaving her in a tight situation with no help to take out these guys. You almost die here. Managed to get to the health pack, and these two came in and messed up Psylocke, so you're able to get the win there. They popped their Gambit ultimate just for her. She's still alive, despite the fact that she got completely abandoned by their team. The moon haunted the point and got you, but nobody was really there. That's how that is going. Let's see. We'll get one more thing. I don't think we need to see too much here.
Well, look who's up to no good.
Of course, Mark Calden. You've been sentenced to public.
Decent 1v1 fight in the thing.
Back to my own
Again,
self.
your team just keeps crushing fights. So I don't think this was the greatest of plays. You missed, you fell. He's... Oh, you and him just get an isolated fight. Moon Knight could have helped his team kill you here. He gets tackled by Rogue is what happens. Okay. Rogue tackles Moon Knight. He has to abandon helping. She abandons you, but you manage to win that fight 1v1. Hello, Jake LeBoon. And you guys wipe that out.
That's much better.
What was his plan? What was his plan? I just saw their Daredevil had ulted. He ulted way up there. Okay. So they're coming back from point. You guys have a decent hold on them. Magneto needed to play a little bit more up front as his team comes out. He plays a little bit too far back. There, Daredevil comes forward because he has his ultimate. If Magneto had trust in him and had been up with him, this probably would go better. You drop a bubble on him here. He can do so much work. Gotta take everything comes out. He's just not getting any support, right? His team just not with him. He's doing some Daredevil things, but he loses track of the fight, loses track of his safety. He loses ultimate at this point in the middle of your enemy team, and his team just did not back him up at all. You guys were easily able to take him down, but you lose Rogue because she also lost track of the fight. Pull yourself up here, dash in, take out 1, take out 2, easy cleanup. Nothing Magneto's going to be able to do. And he goes down. Now they have to wait for that respawn, and somebody dumb goes in. Yep. Daredevil went in for 0 reason. Now they're waiting even longer for a respawn. That's the kind of stuff you're going to constantly be getting into. If you're not tracking the state of the game, you've gone in absolutely ham, again with your ultimate. And then Psylocke ultimate comes in and cleans it all up. So that's how that game went. All right. All right. Can I show you my comp game? Absolutely, Fusion Games. Hit me up. Absolutely. As we get to yours, we'll do yours after this next one. Sorry, my TikTok chat could be a little bit slow, so if you did that, I'll go. I hope you're still around. We have another one. So here are 2 losses from Nick. We got a lot. I want to watch you playing characters that you actually play, so that's not really on your list. These are 2 tank games. What games do you want me to look at, Nick, for your lost games? Because you said you wanted me to look at a loss, but do you want me to look at a loss on characters you don't usually play? Because it looks like there's a... Oh, this is a wild one. That's a wild one where you didn't know what was going on. You changed a lot. You're stuck healing on this one. Like, what loss do you want me to take a look at? You're here, Fusion. You could drop a UID because I don't know which one Azure wants. Whichever one of you gets me a match first, we'll get the next review. Yeah, this is a bunch of tank games that you're losing. You went tank. Your first one out of this was a tank game. Tank game. Like, all these are tank games. So do you want me to watch a tank game and let me know what's going on with that? We can do that. We can do that. But I'd rather if you had an intent on... Oh, this one's crazy. This is going to be crazy, but it'd be really hard to review this game because of how many times you switch characters. That's just a panic game where you don't know what's going on. So I'd rather a game where you're like... I would probably look at something like this more likely. Where you ended your streak? Sure, we'll check out that one. We'll check out that one. What the... Nope. Why? Okay, I'm sorry. Hopefully you found so you can find us again. But that TikTok just crashed. Might have to go back to my other streaming software because I wasn't having that issue. I was just having different issues. Okay, so this is your insane loss streak. We can just play it. We can just play it. Ah, man. I can't just reboot the TikTok. Okay.
All you need to do is capture
We'll see.
the mission
I'm
area.
gonna try and get TikTok operational again because I had a guy that wanted us to check him out there, and I feel really bad that the streaming software crashed. So Moon Knight, you're starting off with Moon Knight. Moon Knight's a flanker.
Need some help.
How are you flanking? That is a little bit of a flank. You had 0 confidence in your start.
Need some help. Do it, girl.
Come around here, you see a Moon Knight. This should have been onk, right click, left click, right? Onk, right click, left click, or right click, left click, or Onk. I guess you're on console. So Onk, L2, L2, R2 probably. I don't know what basic attack is. I'm assuming R2 based off of what I'm seeing here. And he would have died. You lost confidence in that. You backed up. He tried to do it to you, but he got stopped. Give me a moment. Hopefully that doesn't lag too bad. We'll see. We're gonna give it a try. Okay, so yes, yeah. He tried to combo you, you tried to combo him, both went poorly.
Medicine.
So you're going through. Just gaining ult charge here, that's fine. You heard something which made you turn, I think. It was, you were just checking on if Hawkeye was there, I think. We can kind of see that quick snap. Fusion, sorry, TikTok crashed there. But we should be back. Yeah, you checked if he was there. He wasn't. You're just trying to gain charge.
Thanks.
Keeping tracking on the target. You should ideally be using an Onk to make sure that you're bouncing off of something. You again didn't quite go for that combo there. You did part of it. So Onk, you want to right click at the Onk. Did you have both? Sometimes it's just about having both. You did have both. But you didn't right click. If you right clicked, he died. He didn't die. You're also not flanking. You're just front to backing. Just shooting for hope to get something. If we were being trickier here, you could have popped up here, popped over here, and gotten yourself a good angle over here, popping back and forth from here. You could get an Onk down here and combo them. You can play around here. If you get in trouble, you drop down health pack, escape routes all over the place, lots of options to get away. That's kind of where you want to be playing Moon Knight. The way you're playing Moon Knight here, you're just playing an ult charge bot, front to backing. He's doing the same. He's not doing what he should be doing. Throw your Onk, it hits the... No, that's yours. Did you throw an Onk there? Maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, you did. It just ended up there. Okay. I saw the animation. Oh, sure, I saw the animation. So Onk, right click, not the second right click. You're not confident in that right click combo, or not right click. I keep saying right click because I'm PC, but Moonblade, right? Onk, Moonblade is so much damage. He's smacking things around. You're just charging ults. He gets killed because you guys have not enough pressure going on here. What is she up to? Like, what is your team even doing here is kind of a problem. Where have you got? Oh, you're up there. Yeah, you got in trouble. Your team has very little cohesion in their decision making here. She walls your team off while your team is there. You're both going for your ultimate here. You can see he's going for his, you're going for yours. Ult, Onk, right click, beautiful. But then you back up into his. You saw him doing it, or you should have seen him doing it, right? You might have gotten too focused on what you were doing with yours. So here, your ult's ready.
Didn't make it again.
You get healed up, you're like, nice, now is my time. So you go for an ult, you can see he is, oh, it was pretty quick. So he was going for his ult as well. You get yours, you hear his, you do the right combo, Onk on the ground, right click into it, it kills everyone in the area. You hear the moon, and you go backwards into it and get killed. If you know Moon Knight's in front of you and he did the moon, you should never back up into it.
That one hurts.
Hey, Bliss!
Control.
Bliss! Alright. Now you switch over to Iron Fist.
There they are.
气朝元
A nice deep freeze.
almost got out.
I don't know what you're doing here. What are you doing here? What is your plan? Going in with your team. That's all good. Fine and dandy. It's wild after that ult play that you guys lost that fight so badly, but it happens. So you double jump, land in front of the enemy team, and don't get any bonus health because you didn't break line of sight from them. You're trying to think about your entry point. You decide right into the middle where Rogue just died is the best place for you to be. They go for double healing ultimate, both your team's ults. Your Mr. Fantastic baited their ultimate. You ulted in response.
I like the cold.
Nothing you're getting out of that, so you get out. This time you're out of line of sight. You actually gain the bonus HP. That's great. She gets obliterated because your team's just got no cohesion going on.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
All right. Ooh, real unfortunate Hawkeye things. Real unfortunate Hawkeye things.
Solao has blessed me again.
You're coming out. The portal's now open, so you know to use that. Your team is coming around the side.
We should destroy these ults.
That took way too long to kill.
I saw. Farewell. The area's almost gone.
You're about to get messed up by Psylocke. Oh, the moon. You use the portal. Nobody else on your team does. You lose track of where you're at and what's happening. You portal back up. You've completely lost track of what's going on. How do you search up replays? Sure, let's. Right after this one. Right after this one, we'll go over it. I'm so bad about that. But you can go into your history. So on the top right, you click on your profile. You can then go down into your history, click a game, and then in the bottom right, there's a UID, and you can share that ID with me. Yeah, so you're losing track of things. Often. Console life, I get it. So you're up here, this thing, we saw this. Boom. You're not really sure what to do here. And with good reason. You've got Magneto not alive. Somebody way back here. Mr. Fantastic. She tries to go for a really cool play here. Getting behind you. And she falls off, which is really unfortunate because she could have had a cool play. At this point, she jumps in. She's like, it is the time to murder. You give your team shielding, which is fine. I don't think that's necessarily a bad play. That's a good time to now go in, right? One pick is you a tank, go in 15. 15's a lot of deaths. That'll be an interesting game. Jeff's coming up here. With an ultimate. Moon Knight's coming up here with an ultimate. So Moon Knight drops an ultimate beautifully into your area. And then Jeff ults. They were not coordinated there. You escape. She jumps off and ults. She's there. Where do you end up with that portal? You're way back here. So you could have just run up here and joined into this fight, but you kind of just hang out down here and then go back up. Eventually. It takes you a really long time to get involved here. This entire ultimate gets wasted. You're now up here trying to figure out how to protect her, and Jeff just pieces. You've lost track of everything at this point. There, Psylocke comes out, ults, gets a kill. You've lost a healer. Your low value or low HP tank there. You jump in onto Jeff, and you're just hoping because it's overtime now. You got to touch. You got to do something. Your team has completely disintegrated, and you guys get wiped up. Part 2. Part 2. You are tanking this time. So people wanted some switch ups. They likely blamed you for a score line or something and asked you to swap. I don't know. Oh, no. No. People had way less worse score lines. But you decided to go tank. You're going on to Doctor Strange. He's a great tank. Solid character. Team's all rolling out just fine here. Let's pop up into our overview. You got a Thing Strange, which is a really solid combo. Iron Man and Scarlet Witch, also pretty good. They're going solo tank. Everything here is fine. Everything's fine. You're taking a lot of damage and your supports aren't with you, but that wasn't your fault. You were in the right spot. They're able to get you up. Thing goes in. Ankh lands behind you. A big thing to do here, when an Ankh lands behind you, just put your shield up.
Getting hurt too easily.
So Ankh lands, just put your shield up. That allows your team to kill the Ankh and doesn't have any bounce risk. Thing's really going ham here and is just not getting the support from you guys. Look at how much space he's giving you guys, and your guys aren't utilizing any of it. He's then going to get really low here. She's reloading. And where's your other healer? Oh, Gambit. Gambit's here. Okay. Gambit has a lot of often reloads, so she's reloading right now at a very critical moment. This is the thing you need to think about a lot on healers, is when are you reloading? At what moment did you choose to reload kind of deal? So she has to heal you because you're critical. So she spams on you.
Too easily.
Puts out the screen. This is where I would reload. I would reload right now. A manual reload just to make sure that you're full. Because everybody was safe at this point. Screen out, bubble out, a little bit of overkill. She should have manually reloaded there. She did it a little bit late. He's really, really low, but he manages to get past. You put your shield up and protect him. Great. He gets plowed because your guys are fighting into a Hawkeye, and why would you ever play Iron Man into Hawkeye? So he's just getting peppered nonstop. He's easily taken out. Nothing your team can do to protect him. This guy's just free farming. Scarlet Witch going a little bit too ham. What was Scarlet Witch's plan over here? She's with you guys. She pops her team up right into a healing bubble, but that's going to happen. Your whole team went over here. She went over here. She manages to get out, and Thing goes down, and she goes down. Now you're down to 3, so 3 people are dead. Cloak ultimates. Never do this. Terrible. You've just thrown this whole situation, because even if you don't die, what did you get out of this ultimate? Your team didn't win the fight. You were down 3 people. You're not going to get any kills. You have no kill pressure. You got a Gambit, Cloak. They're just ulting for the sake of ulting. You guys don't even hold the point. You don't even control the point. Useless ultimate. Bops around and boop, dead. You tried. I can see this play right here. Look at you trying to get to them. That's really good. Really, really good. Yeah, you can watch the replay. You can watch the replay, yeah. So you're trying to get to them once this goes up. You're like, where is they? They're over here. You fly up. You try and get in front of him. You can't. Whatever. This is a complete waste by Cloak. Not your fault. You should die here. You should try and disengage. You had to use up your escape trying to save Cloak. You die. Gambit fails his escape. Oh, manages to get out. And then dies. He should have gotten out. Long gap of nothing really going on. Or a lot going on, but nothing happening, you know? One of those situations. You guys, make it back. Gambit is still dead? No, Gambit's there. He switched to Ultron. Gambit switched to Ultron. So now you're doing with Ultron Cloak, terrible healing combo. Both of them provide the same value or the same healing profile. They both provide AoE constant heals. Not what you want. Not what you want. She's just wasting her team up. The moon drops, completely wasted. Nobody's there. Here, Chaos comes out, completely wasted, doesn't get anything. Oh, gets one. Oh, and then she gets exploded. Really nice, really nice. You're doing whips and shots, you're doing slashes, you're doing a lot of the stuff you should be doing on Strange. I've so far seen you tried to get to your ally to defend them, did lots of positive gameplay choices. You get pushed back, but an explosion there. Attack whip, attack whip, attack whip, attack whip, explode. Nice. You've gained control over the point. Your team is getting a really, really nice set of staggers. Team's kind of backed off here. You've noticed and backed off with them. Overall good. I think a lot of the problems of why you lost this match aren't entirely on you. The first round a little bit, you weren't contributing enough as a defender. This is the problem. This is just a ban problem more than anything else. So he gets killed. You're now down a person. Nom, you fly, drop down, try to combo on him. Do a pretty good job. You almost get him. You have your ultimate here. You use it? No, you get exploded. So I think you got a little bit too focused in because you had your ult this whole time.
Tandy needs help.
Still had your ult here. So you hear the Nom, you fly up, he comes out. There's a healer here, there's a healer here. You land, you try and kill him. If you had ulted right here, I think you get him, you get her, and you win this team fight. Well, you even would probably get him. And then you guys just lose everything. And you keep losing everything because this looks like a constant stagger. Death, death. They claim the point. And then Hawkeye gets a pick. Hawkeye picks are obnoxious. We're about to get to the next game. So, Fusion Gamer, are you still around? Drop your replay ID because I haven't seen one. You said you picked a game, but I haven't seen the replay ID, so drop that in the chat. Good Aya Agamotto. Oh, but she ults. Oh no, she cloaks out. She cloaks out. So you're on a good amount of targets here. You've held your ult for so long.
Keep going.
Ult there. The fly gave it away. And gave them time. I think you could have just walked out and ulted here. Because she dashed away. Her escape's now gone. You could have just come out of here ulting. Ult right here. You would have gotten... Oh, he got killed anyways. But I think you would have gotten these two. They didn't have time. Because you flew up, you came out and you levitated up. That gave her time to switch to cloak. And cloak out. So you showed off that you were about to perform that move. You telegraphed the move a little bit too hard and wasted it. And then he's just sitting here free healing her. You're not going to be able to kill her. And she gets her ultimate off. But like the loss on this game, we can see it time and time again. Hawkeye pick. Hawkeye pick. Right? Hawkeye gets a pick. Hawkeye gets a pick. And you could just see Hawkeye gets a pick, your team loses the fight. Hawkeye gets a pick, your team loses the fight. Now she ults, and then there's a long gap, and then let me guess, Hawkeye gets a pick. Oh no, she gets a pick. Okay. That one just gets one off of those. What happens here? Oh, your team just over-engaged. So the very end of this fight just looked like an over-engaged from your team. This is a crazy Moon Knight ultimate. Moon Knight's up here, free casting. Respawn beacon from Rocket. She's ulting here. Where are your healers? Rocket's over there. Trying to find your other healer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, am I blind? Oh, dead? Shadow cloaked. Shadow cloaked. Okay, okay. They were just invisible at that exact moment that I was looking. Okay.
That's better. I'm too.
So she tries to 1v1 Moon Knight here, which is a terrible idea. You're not very likely to win that. She did. She did win it. All right, but then she gets killed. Them being down Moon Knight is far better for them than you being down Cloak. They get their Cloak ultimate off, and then they're just going to win this game off of that. And then it's just a stagger. You guys desperately trying to get in. Hawkeye gets a pick, and you lose the final game. Don't think this one was you. Don't think this round. You did pretty good on Strange. They left you on the tank, but your team just kept getting picked by Hawkeye, and there was just nothing that could happen about it. Round 1, you just got lost. You started off on Moon Knight, who it didn't really seem like you have the experience to play. Not sure why you decided in Diamond 2 at the top that you've ever been to play a character that I don't see you playing very much. And then you just didn't have the familiarity on it. You jumped over to Iron Fist and then just kind of fumbled around and lost the first round. And then, yeah, this one is just shame. Shame on the team for not banning Hawkeye. But now we're going to check out Fusion Gamer's match. But first, I'm going to show you how to find replays for those of you that want to drop a replay. Yo, how's the games going? We're not doing games. We're doing game reviews. We're checking out people's plays. So if you are on the main screen and you want to share a replay ID, in the top right corner, there's your little icon. You can go there. Then in the top, you can go over to your history. There will be your list of games. Oh, look at that lost streak that I just went on. Dropping myself out of Grandmaster. You can click on a game that you want to check out, and then in the bottom right corner of the game, there's a replay ID, and you can get the replay ID from there. Besides that, if you want a different route, you can go over to something like this. Oh, Rivals. You'll be able to see this on my normal streams, not on TikTok. Sorry, TikTok, if you don't know how that sucks. You can go over to something like Rivals Meta. This is rivalsmeta.com. Oh, come on. rivalsmeta.com. You can look up your name here. If you're not on game, you can look up your name in rivalsmeta.com. You can open up any of the matches, and then you can copy the replay ID from here and paste that in, and that'll give me a replay ID that I can use. Rivals Meta is how I track what's going on with me and what I've been up to. So that's how you get your replay ID if you want to share them. Next up, we are looking at Fusion Gamers. So let's see. Can I copy this? Of course I can't. Okay. If you want to view somebody's replay, you can find them by going over here. Then you go over to favorites. So again, go into your profile in the top right, go over to favorites, go over to match replays, and you can search that replay ID right here. You can go 03074923 and search, and that'll give you the game. And we can hop on in here. Oh, sure hope your name is Fusion Gamer. It is. Okay. So this is Fusion Gamer's game in Platinum. We got a Platinum game going in. A weird chat. I was in the world. Fusion Gamer here on Magneto in Platinum.
4, 3, 2.
Let's see the rollout. Let's talk about the rollout. Let's see the rollout. This is console? Console. Good to know because that does change a lot of the advice because of how things change between the two things. I don't play console, so forgive me for some of my console advice. I can only go so far. I've never touched this game on console, but I have some ideas on things and junk and stuff. So the rollout here, they are playing around this corner. You are playing around this corner. Standing over here is a terrible idea. So these guys are not doing what you should be doing. You need to be standing over here and forcing them, if they want to interact with you, to come around the corner. Right? The further you force them away from safety, the better. So the further right you play and the closer to this stump that you play, the better. You got 2 guys over here, and then 3 over here. Gambit is about to leave. So for some reason, both your healers have decided Magic is the person to follow here and are giving no support over to the main aggression point into the game. Their Winter Soldier is coming out and could have gotten obliterated there if you had a little bit more pressure, but he's able to back off. Your team comes together. At the same moment, both your healers decide, nah, let's go over here, is the moment Magic goes out to fight. She is completely noticed. Healer noticed, tank noticed. Oh, this healer didn't notice. Tank noticed and healer noticed. I would probably get out if I was her at that point, but she's not. You push up pretty far. You can obviously see them. So like, let's.
Bogeys incoming.
They're just backing up around the corner. You're just trying to find your first corner. He's hooking. You need to get your shift up. You don't, so you get pulled in. And you pop your team up. And I think you do the quick team up pop where you team up reload? Oh, that went too far. Or did it just happen at the same time you got pulled? Oh, it did. So you popped your team up as you were coming around the corner, and he just got a free hook off on you, but that gives you your team up ready to go. She's doing stuff.
A nice
You don't have a plan on who you're shooting at. You're just shooting your team up. Right? That whole time, you're just firing your team up. Not aiming at anybody here.
a nice deep
Not aiming at anybody there. You're not following anybody. You're not tracking anybody. You're just shooting your team up forward. I don't think you're following your crosshair too well. So you might want to get a better crosshair that you can keep track of a little bit better. This one might be a little bit too subtle. Because you're not tracking anything. You're just shooting off at nothingness. You have to get pretty close before your accuracy kind of kicks in. She manages to get a pick over here, which is really great for your team. So Winter Soldier died, and then she gets a pick here. And that should set this up for a win. With 2 people down, you guys should easily win this fight. Wolverine kind of comes at you. You back up, bubble. Nobody's at your crosshair when you're shooting. You're shooting where they were, not where they are, let alone where they're going. So you need to work on planning your shots a little bit more. Calm down a little bit. You're thinking about shooting too much, and you're not planning your shots at all. You're on point. I don't know what you're doing here. You guys haven't captured the point yet. You're like just trying to stop them, I guess, from coming through there. But there was still action going on all around you at that time. There's still action going on. You've lost track of the fight entirely. A strange portal has opened up back here, and you didn't really realize it. Do you have your self bubble? You've got your self bubble. You got your team up. You got your shift. You should have had everything because you kind of stood there for a little while. Go back a little bit more. So you kind of got everything. You're getting shredded pretty good here. You finally bubble yourself here. She gets another pick on a healer. Huge for your team. You're actually hitting things now because you're right in their face. But you just didn't jump at all. You didn't move any kind of unpredictable way, and you moved away from your team. Oh, that's funny. I went through the portal. I didn't know the camera would do that. So portal had opened up behind you. They came out. Back up into the portal. You might want to back up into your team, right? Because their team's over here, your team's over here. You've lost track of what's going on in the fight. There's this whole fight of magic going on with Cloak, which is great. Here's where you bubble yourself, but you disengage this way. Your whole team is over here. And you disengage the opposite direction. Your whole team is backed off. They're getting their heals blocked by Strange, and you easily get picked off here. You've lost track of the fight. Their Strange goes down. The portal was in a weird spot, which caused a lot of heal blocks, and Cloak and Dagger was dead. Magic causing so much chaos. Magic gets a pick there, teleports around, picks off this fight. This whole game is being won off the shoulders of Magic right now, because she did a lot of the work over here as well. So both those went really well for you, mainly because of her plays. You switched over to Thor. So this is good. You're using this corner, forcing them to come around here if they want to do any damage to you. That massive cursor you're not going to lose track of. But you're still just kind of shooting your lightning forward. You don't have a plan of who you're hitting or where your cursor is pointing, at least. I'm doing this my way. Came out. So this is a big thing to think about for tanks. Because Punisher is your win condition at that point when he ults. So you lightning hands. Put away that for a moment. I just want to track your HP a little bit. Getting some slaps in on here. I'm doing this my way. He comes into your screen so you know where he's at. You need to stay in front of him. He is your win condition. You need to make sure that Punisher lives. You back away from him and you move off to the right and he dies because he's just getting obliterated. So you're not protecting him. Make sure to mention min-maxing. You want to maximize out your resources on Thor, using your Thor force as well as you can, your timings, your cooldowns, your bonus HP, all that kind of funny, fun stuff. This guy gets obliterated. You didn't stand in front of him. You didn't give him support. He was your win condition in that fight, especially since their Magneto obviously didn't have an ultimate. Your healers needed to focus on him. All of the focus should have been on that Punisher, and he should not have fallen. So at this point, you're fighting at a disadvantage. She's still doing something off to the side. You dash in, and does he go down? He does, which is big for you. I'm not 100% sure what your plan was. I went back too far.
Psionic burst.
Insignificant gnats. Judge.
Unless tanks are really low, Thor has a very high DPS ability. Make sure your majority of your shots go into the DPS as healers. Yes, not into tanks. You want to be pushing as much damage as you can into their backliners. But he gets blown up. You wind up, come into him. Bubble, which tried to stop his movement. He wasn't in it. He tried to dash. He dies. Worked out well for you guys. You're at an even trade now, right? You have these two fighting, two duelists fighting, even traded it up. Both of you are running single tank. This is a neutral fight at this point. So you are throwing your lightning hands past their tank into the backline. Putting pressure into the backline is great. Us Against the World comes in after Gambit never folds. He didn't Gambit never folds her. That was your only duelist that is going to get good value out of it, and she wasn't in it.
Endless fury. Mon Dieu,
No. I keep going to the same point. It's fine.
just who Gambit was looking for.
Who else is in chat? We're talking to Fusion Gamer. Nick was in chat. We got Jake in chat. I think Blaze might still be in chat. We got some people. Most people are just chilling. To pop it, you want to weave shots past here. You move your body more than you move your crosshair, which is a console thing. This is very much a console experience going on. Us Against the World comes out. Can you capture her out of it? You don't. They use two ultimates. She finally beats her fight in Wolverine. Her and Wolverine were fighting over in the side. I think YouTube, why not? I think YouTube. You guys get to clean up there. They wasted two healer ultimates at the same time. Magic goes through and does work.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
Just holding them back. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Fury burns. War journal. I need to find cover.
Not seeing anything too worthy of anything right now. Like, your team's just pushing up. Good pressure. You're using walls and terrain to cover yourself.
Lightning confinement.
Your team leaving you on solo Thor is a little bit rude.
The wrath of Asgard.
You could be more effective throughout this, but you don't need to be. Everything's kind of fine.
Anything could hurt me. Now or never. Stop them.
Your team's getting a really solid push. They're giving you so much space to get so much room. Like, you guys got so much frickin' space on this coming around the corner. But what was that? That was insane. You guys got this crazy space.
Anything could
What
hurt me.
happened? Because suddenly all your guys' health pools was gone. Armed and Dangerous. Oh, and a Wolverine ultimate. At the exact same time, obliterating people. You guys lose 3. Nothing you're going to be able to do here. You should disengage. So here, you should spin up, turn, fly that way. Yeah, he's just kind of spamming. You want to be able to do things like you can do a basic right click really quickly into lightning hands tosses and things like that to get some better damage combos off. You want to try and do a little bit more animation cancel into your damage output because you just kind of do a little bit of spamming. You guys just lost 3. For some reason, she pops Dark Child. No point. This would be where you should disengage. You're not. You're just going to get shredded by this Wolverine. Oh, you do a nice disengage. I think he's going to get you. He does get you. You disengage too late. It was a pretty solid disengage. Dark Child's just going to get herself blowed up, probably. She's carrying this game so hard, though. She's still just causing distractions, but now she's staggered herself so hard, which is really bad for your team. You guys kill Wolverine, which is bad for their team. Putting you on equal footing, which is nice. Tangle talking, yeah, so solo tanking the whole game sucks, and it's rough. You switch over to Emma. I have a lot more experience on Emma than Thor. Want to talk to Thor, you can talk to Why Not over there on our, I think, horizontal YouTube.
I suppose that helped.
Pointless shield. You really need to use her shield purposefully. Just putting your shield out and having it get instantly destroyed isn't that useful. So what are you doing here? What are you blocking? You're not helping. If you'd done a quick one out and blocked just right on top of him, that's good for saving him, but you pushed it out really far and it just got shattered. And you didn't have a plan to save him, I don't think. You just kind of came out. He's on TikTok right now. So you pushed this out pretty far. You didn't need to save him at the time that you were pushing him out, so I don't know what your plan for this was. It ends up saving him a little bit. Then you want to pull it back here, because now it's not doing anything. It's just going to get shattered. You can hit F and pull it in. Left trigger got stuck. Yeah, so you need to pull this thing back if you put it out in a bad spot. Now you're doing okay. You're charging up your beam. You want to get your beam charged. Your Duelist is, like, the fact they haven't cracked this is hilarious. This should be long since destroyed. But they're just kind of leaving it up because they're focused on dealing damage to you instead of breaking it. I'm doing this my way. So again, Punisher is ulting. How can you help Punisher be successful? Because he is now your win condition. So Fear Magneto comes out. If you had your right-click shield, you could save him. You don't, so you could potentially go Diamond form, move over here, try and deal with his Wolverine a little bit. It gets shattered. Oh, nice. So they actually broke it. He didn't manage to kill. They popping up against the world. He's lost attention to the fight and what he needs to be doing, and he's just going to get shredded there. But yeah, we can see from your gameplay, you got a win condition occurred, and you weren't able to keep track of them.
I'm a sitting duck.
So you're getting onto the point. You might want to be more on this side of the point than this side of the point, just for line of sight reasons on the enemy team, but this is giving you protection, so I'm perfectly okay with it. This thing is doing crazy value despite the fact that it shouldn't have. It then goes away when you kind of need it, because you get this win condition. Because this is going on, you need to suddenly get aggressive or something, do something to protect him. And I don't think you keep track of him at all. You're not really sure where he's at. He gets blown up in front of you. You need to be going absolutely ham with your beam here. You've got Gambit ultimate. Oh, there's your... Did you have that whole time? If you had that, that's another big thing to look for. Yeah, Kenzie, yeah, I know. Our TikTok broke. We had to do a temporary, only this screen TikTok. So you did not have your ultimate this whole time. Okay, good. I was concerned you had your ultimate that whole time. Because you get this ultimate here from Gambit. Your ultimate goes crazy with Gambit's ult. You manage to get it here. And then you ult. Do you do a good track? Got one healer. You could have played that a little bit more forward to make sure that you got a little bit more. The Invisible Woman shield blocked a lot from you. And you guys get nice easy cleanup. Nice easy cleanup. Yo, why not over there? So, how is your defense? You're going to be stuck on solo tank defense, right? You said, so that's going to be a little bit rough.
Don't want to lose this fight, but losing Rogue is where I'm
You guys destroy this. That's actually really good because it gives lots of line of sight for your healers to make sure you can keep everybody up. You get line of sight on them while keeping yourself nice and safe here. Start beaming.
I suppose that helps.
Miss your crystal. We do it all. Don't know what you're doing with that shield.
Diamond and snap.
You almost get grabbed, but you don't. At that point, you should have gone diamond.
A nice deep freeze.
Your mind is mine. Impervious.
Get him. Nice grab into the wall. Very clean.
Avoid putting you down.
A little bit late, but ended up getting it clean. Not sure what you're doing with that. You need to learn your shield a little bit better. Usage of the shield. Why you're putting it out. This is just put out for the sake of putting it out or something. So you want to be using this thing for blocking emergency damage, blocking people with big intention. I'm about to die, drop a shield in front of me. Now your shield's at 6 HP. It's useless. It breaks. You could potentially need it here, and it's not available. Let's do this. Go diamond, turn, find who he just jumped on. You hear him come flying in. You have your account set to private. Yeah, so he managed to get a kill because he went past you. And you heard him do it. So you need to listen to voice cues like that and think about important ones that you can shut down. You are the only tank. But he flies past you here. Where is it? Here it comes. Let's do this. So you hear, let's do this. He flies past you. You go diamond. Immediately, you turn and you figure out who he's about to land on. He lands right there. You choke slam him and take him out, right? Because you didn't, Punisher goes down. He was way too far forward. Not entirely your fault. That should have all been on you. His positioning was not great. Now you're going to get blown away. This is going to be a very, I would say, impossible team fight for your team to win. You get a pick on Wolverine. Gambit gets away. Death. Yeah. What we would expect. Did Fusion leave? I don't know. Might just be watching and not watching the chat. Your team loses. It looks like there's an immediate pick as well. Armed and Dangerous came out. Who ulted and why? Oh, Portal. Okay. Let's watch this. Okay, so you portal, which is great. You were an early death, which gave you time to portal while they're gaining the point. So portal comes out.
Pentagram of Farala. I am strengthened for battle.
Your healers did not get this memo. One healer did. One healer came out. But I think this is just going to end up being a throw. Just because your team wasn't coordinated on that. And they waste, this is real firepower, and disappear. They did not need that to kill the three of you that were there. They were at a huge advantage. And they're going to get this push there. Good portal, bad interaction. Want to queue later today? I'm down. Oh, Fusion's still here. Fusion is still here. Why Nots is trying to talk to you, Fusion. All right. So I have Agamotto. Best you guys up pretty good. Yeah, it was a good portal. If your team was on point and working together, that could have been great. You still have both of your healing ultimates here. So nobody on your team should die. You have both of your healing ultimates. Don't know what you're doing with that. So here's where the Eye of Agamotto comes through. You hear the Eye of Agamotto, you have your Daimoon form hit it, so that you can shut him down. If you hit it, you could turn and shut him down. You try to put out a shield instead of just going diamond. It doesn't hit you, maybe because of the shield, I'm not entirely sure. But he gets exploded. They get exploded. Now you guys have lost this fight. Had both your healer ultimates available and did not succeed in the fight. Not your fault. Not your fault. You switched over to Venom. Now you've made several tank switches this game. I don't see how Venom helps you here, but like you're a solo tank. You get to play whatever the hell you want. Do what you want. Do what you're comfortable on. Your team should be adjusting to help. You got stuck there a little bit of non-familiarity. Winning Hand comes in. You can go absolutely nuts with that on Venom, but you have awful aim. You don't have a Venom crosshair. Considering you had other character crosshairs, it makes me assume you don't really play him. You missed a lot of shots. You won that sheerly off of how strong Gambit's ultimate is.
Get that vehicle moving again.
Not a tentacle, Landon. You often fight against your aim, so when you're moving, you move this way and aim that way, doing a double amount of movement on your cursor, and then you move past the target a little bit too often. So we can kind of see the overcorrection constantly, and you're moving against your cursor and having a hard time hitting targets. You're not weaving in your melee strikes into here. Hey, Emperador. You get ulted, and they clean up your team. At this point, your team still hasn't switched to another tank. They're still leaving you solo tank into Werewolf, which is super rude. I just messed up. What is camera speed increase? Comma and period. Team's still leaving you on solo tank into a Wolverine. Super rude. Wasted ultimate. You weren't going to get any value out of it. You had already lost 3 and she decides to ult. Mains are Meg, Emma, Strange, and Thor. Makes sense. Yeah, you've already downed 3 people. Wasted ultimate here. Magic doing what she can. Gets obliterated. Then these two are going to just get cleaned up because they're standing in front of 6 people. They drop an amplifier for no reason. Oh, and you guys... No, okay, they died.
By the eye of
Real firepower came out. You guys should have just disengaged because at that point,
Otto.
you've just lost both your healers. You're just going to die there. Not tracking game spate is a lot of what's going on here. Can you analyze my game? We can right after this one. Yeah, so you've lost both healers. They had a healer ultimate. You dived in solo tank. You're frustrated at this point. You're just trying to delay. You're the only tank in the game, stopping the point as long as you can. But you were guaranteed to die here, and they were guaranteed to just get it anyways. Stopping them more now would have been better than the stop that you ended up doing.
Checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Your team's just fighting for no reason. She's doing a lot of work. A lot of work. Okay. They cleaned up that fight.
Disappear.
She pops disappear. Again, why? Why? Your whole team's dead. You're at a break point that's not going to stop you at all. Absolutely waste of an ultimate.
More vulnerable than ever.
Absolute waste of an ultimate. It gets wiped up. Now they don't have either of their healing ultimates. You're about to have Gambits. And you have your Winter Soldier. They only have Magneto. You're coming out the gates at some point here. Magneto. So another character switch. You did just ultimate. You just ultimated, so it's not too big of a deal. Don't character swap if you have most of your ultimate, unless you have to.
Taking charge. Hitting real hard. I feel like myself again.
Stand down is beautiful. Winning Hand into that is wasted. You already got a kill.
Do not expect me to do that again.
You didn't need the Gambit ultimate here to win this fight. Little bit rough. So now your team doesn't have any ultimates. That you easily could have. You did the combo there. You did the basic Mag Cannon basic combo, which is great, but you did it into a tank that wasn't gonna go down. Turn and bubble. Make sure he's in your range to be able to bubble him. Track where he's at. He ulted. Your bubble's still off cooldown. It didn't go onto him. Squirrel Stampede comes out. You didn't bubble him. You bubble yourself. Still haven't bubbled anyone. Died to Squirrel Stampede. Ally bubble on cooldown. Shield wall on cooldown. 40-50% would be surprisingly high from what I'm seeing here. Yeah, 26% here. You miss.
Take back your own.
Managed to hit it once you get close. I'm doing this my way. I have a win condition. Identify win condition. Punisher. Target Punisher and protect. If your Magneto goes out, a bubble should immediately go on to Punisher to make sure he doesn't die. You manage to break. Your team manages to break it faster than he can throw it, so it ends up working, but still... Ankh is now on him. If you had bubbled him, he'd be well protected from that. He dies to it. Right? Now your win condition's gone. Squirrel Stampede comes out. You've got it in front of you. You've got a weak ally that you could bubble. You've got allies behind you that you could bubble. You didn't use it. He gets double run down by the Squirrel Stampede and taken down. You're trying to kill it. It just wrecks your team. I assume Squirrel Stampede is actually like super killer in this rank. Because it's so hard for console players at this skill level to track it. He's trying to get out. Smash, no. Long stagger. If he had died earlier, it would be better for your team than what he did. Because look at how much later than it is your team he died. Now you have to wait that long to get him. When your healers die like that, it's terrible. Like your whole team died and then he dashed in. That's crazy. He was just desperately trying to get into the play, right? He dies in. Once the last member of your team is dead, then he goes, oh man, I made a mistake, and tries to get out. Now he keeps escaping and keeps trying to save himself, does the ground smashes to give him some healing, but now he staggers super late. You don't have your healer. It's going to be bad. I do play in PC. I can analyze anything, but I play PC. She's trying. He completely missed. Moon Knight right behind him. Gets a kill on Rocket, which could be huge for your team. Still doesn't know Moon Knight's there, but Moon Knight's accuracy is atrocious, and he didn't drop an Ankh on him. So he gets a kill. Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, sorry. We're focused on you. We're focused on you. Go in front of the Punisher turret. Great. Make sure you block damage from the Punisher turret. It's another win condition. You're more likely to win a fight where your Punisher turret lasts, so the more time you can spend in front of it, making sure that it is effective, the better.
Much better.
Using the point to block incoming damage is good. Firing mag cannons for no reason is not good. Hold your mag cannon for important moments. Just shooting it for no reason doesn't help very much. You just shot it again for no reason, so we can keep seeing that mag cannon get shot when you don't need to. Try to avoid doing that. They drop a disappear right on top of you. And you had your ultimate, but you didn't use it. You still have your ultimate. You can now see her. Okay, now you go for it. You lose sight of it because of the moon. You just toss it into the pile of HPs, which is fine. The moon really messed you guys up, and then you lost track of her. You then moved into the moon onto your healing ultimate, but the moon is just too much with the real firepower, and you get killed. So a moon claw lands on you with that real firepower going on there. I'm really curious what her plan was, because it was a really weird ultimate. She disappears, she's not even in it. Then she double jumps into it and then immediately attacks. So if you had ulted here, you could turn, found her, and dunked her pretty easily. It took you way too long to find her. You're looking for her here. Once you finally figured out where she was, then you ulted. You kind of want to ult first and then figure out where she's at in that situation. Because by now she has way too much time to get away. You just toss this into a strange shield. They just put up the moon, and this is real firepower. So disengage around this corner, let those two powerful ultimates end. Instead, you move forward into it. Claws plus real firepower, you get annihilated. Your team doesn't have a second tank, so you should easily get wiped up here. Gambit never folds, comes out only on himself and Cloak. Punisher's behind him, Magic's not in the way, and Winter Soldier's not in the way. He threw. He threw.
Only 60 seconds left.
She still manages to get a kill because this Magic is carrying your team very hard.
By the eye.
Afraid of your damage.
Again.
Get ready.
You just ulted, so it's fine. You switch over to Strange. Burl Stampede. You want to clear up those two onks. Good.
Castle went down.
Burl Stampede's gone. You lost Castle.
Your big chance.
Trying to protect. You can see Moon Knight above you. Attack melee, attack melee, attack melee. E. Nice. You get it.
Down to 30 seconds.
Let your shield build up, reload, fly up here. Pushed her off of her high ground, which is good. You're shielding for no real reason. Now you have an 80% shield when you kind of needed it. Fortunately, again, you blew up his ultimate. He's not very good at using it. Their cloak goes down. You're not at a healer advantage. Eye of Agamotto comes up behind you and crushes you. And they win that fight. Huge Eye of Agamotto. So how does that happen? Pretty much none of us do. So we can only talk about the things we can do a little bit better while solo tanking. A lot of my losses, so many of my losses, probably like 80% of my losses are me solo tanking. So I don't blame you. This is mostly on your team. I'm not trying to blame you. I'm just trying to focus on what we can do better. So I want to see how this Strange managed to get your entire team. Especially, like you got some options to not get affected by that. He's in the middle of the team, and he dies. Fear Magneto. So he portaled in. No, he got rezzed. He got res beaconed. Oh, see? Because he died here, but the res beacon's right here. You guys get extra focused on Magneto. He ults, and Strange sneaks past you guys, and I don't think most of you notice. You're so focused on the kill here on Magneto that he just walks around your entire line into your back line with his ultimate available, levitates up for no reason, and then drops down an Eye of Agamotto's. He could have just Eye of Agamotto'd and got it regardless, and gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Fig's dead. The only person he didn't get was already killed by the time it goes off, and that wins them the game. So your team just losing track of the fight and getting too focused, narrow focused in on the kill on Magneto here. He going absolutely ham. But watch him just walk past you guys, right? Look at all this focus. Everybody's camera staring at this low HP bar. A danger gets past your lines. He backs up. He's safe. And then this devastating blow. Boom. And they win the game off that. This round is going to be pretty short. This is their offense, is it? You're coming out as Emma.
Some uninvited. I suppose that helped.
Just learning your shield a little bit better will help your Emma play a lot.
Time has claimed a lot of good soldiers. I won't let it take any more.
You actually have a Thor. He's doing something.
I suppose that helped.
Like, you're just putting it out to break there.
What am I? Invisible?
It's not stopping anything important. Thor is doing a lot of work around the corner completely alone. He has 0 support,
Down to 30 seconds.
and he dies. Bad on him. Bad on him more than bad on you. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish here. We could even see him over here. Like, he tried to do a flank life. You don't have a flanker on your team. You've got 0 flank potential. He tried to do something over here. I think he messed up pretty badly in this play.
Your attacks are futile.
Tries to kill the Rocket app, but he stops just short of killing it. He goes Lightning Hands. He messed up there bad. One more swing, he would have killed this beacon, and it could have made his death worth it. This is that Magic player. But he went Lightning Hands, and it got completely absorbed by the enemy tanks. He does manage to take it out, but he could have done a basic, taken it out, spun up, and spun around this corner and lived. Because he went Lightning Hands, he got himself messed up and gets killed. Now you're down a teammate. They go pretty aggressive, pushing you back. You got a Punisher turret, which is nice, holding them back. They're double shield tank, so they're able to push in on the Punisher turret, break him out of it. You didn't go Diamond here at all to stop this push. I always come off guard. I always come off guard. So yeah, they're doing a double tank push into you. Shields up. Oh, you do go diamond. You just missed it. You went diamond and missed it. That's fine. We have all done it. I've done it so many times. Kick them into the wall, doing some disruption. That's great. Your Punisher is able to hold on. You're keeping so much focus on him, but again, you let a danger slick past you. As a solo tank, that's going to happen. There's not a lot you can do. You're going to have to do something. Your Thor being dead, nobody can deal with this, and he jumps in and kills. Oh no, your Winter Soldier manages to kill that threat. Okay, I lose track of the colors sometimes. Went back too far again. Doop-de-doo. Okay. They're coming in. You go diamond. If you had managed to grab him, it would have been massive. If you dashed forward and grabbed him, it looks like you dashed forward just off angle. This comes to that controller aim stuff and some things you want to work on. Probably spending a little bit of time in the practice range would be very helpful. Just to work on a little bit on slow tracking. We dash past. You kick them into this wall, which is great disruption. He bubbles it. That's fine. You then get really focused on that low HP bar, and you kind of go and punch him down. He goes past, but your team manages to clean up that threat. These two are doing work up here. They kill Punisher. They kill Winter Soldier.
The final 10 seconds.
Where is your Thor?
Vortex field.
He's on Loki now? Yes, okay. So he should have stranged. 100%. Don't know why he didn't. Ankh comes out. Lots of damage. You lose Invisible Woman. You die. They're going to get the point here. Your team gets desperate trying to get it. They die around the corner there. Oh, you got res, I think? Or did you just escape? Oh, I lost track of you. Yeah, you just escaped. Okay. You escaped. Loki comes in to try and help you. You would love to get on point and stop them, but it's 2 against all of them. And you get wiped up there. They're being dumb. None of them on... Not enough of them on point. They finally back off and get it. And they get the point. They wasted a lot of time there. Look at that no healing on her. Look how low she is still. Funny. The moon right on top of the team. Loki right click saves you. Judge, Jury, Executioner comes out. How do you save him? You're actually facing him this time. You go diamond. You grab him. Excellent. Huge. Absolutely huge. You grab him. He gets shredded. Oh, the disappear almost. Oh no, it was your team's disappear onto the. I thought it was theirs. Or is it was it a double? It might have been a double. Clean up. She's trying to get away. Wiped out. And you guys are able to clean this up. Beams, beams, beams. And a win. Not bad. Not bad. And then they end up winning here because you don't end up getting the point. So what is our plan? What is happening? Iron Fist going nuts. Going around the corner. Ankh up top. So he just wasted his Ankh. He's lost a lot of damage potential.
I suppose that helped.
Charging up your beam.
This Ankh looks priceless. I must have it.
I probably would have gone diamond by this point. I would have choke slammed that Strange in that hallway. You go there for it. Nice, clean. But he gets away. You didn't follow up the kick to get the huge damage off. All the beams come out and wipe you out. Not terrible. Not terrible.
Anyone willing to help?
Respawn. Oh. So it's solo tank again. Yep. Solo tank, so anytime you die, all of your team's aggression and movement end, and they have to wait for you to get back. That's part of the problem of them forcing you into solo tank. You kill Moon Knight here,
I suppose that
and he just kicks himself right into a death. You lose both your DPS. Disengage. 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 Both DPS are dead. Disengage, right? So you're trying to... But you're going in now, so you're down 2 people, and you're going in, you're going to lose this fight. And we can see it right here.
Mental domination.
Priceless. Good choke slam,
More vulnerable than ever.
but you don't get a kill on it.
Shields up. Us against the world.
Us against the world into shields up. The moon on top of your healing ultimate. 1 dead, 2 dead. And they clean up the fight. Your teammates that died come in late here. Because you had people dead when you went in, your DPS are taking too long to get back into the fight. Because there. Magic's still not in the fight. The moon came out. Gambit Never Fold came out to give you some huge value potentially, but again, it didn't go on a duelist. It didn't go on a duelist. Did it go on him? It did. The only person that you needed it on, only one of the people that you needed it on did it go on to. You died to the moon. And then there's nobody left to protect him, and he gets exploded. Then these guys stay too long. Should have disengaged. What is he thinking here? He's out. And dead. At least he died with you guys, or close enough to you guys. At this point, I think you're getting a little bit desperate. And you went to Thor.
We've got trouble.
Unk.
Going to help?
And this is just frustration. This is just not... You don't have an answer to what's happening, and you don't really know what to do. Fighting into a Moon Knight, this is the hardest room to come out of. He can put an Ankh right here super easily and get massive value out of it. It's way easier to fight Moon Knight through this corner, because if he Ankhs this back corner, you still have a lot of room to work with. Or if he Ankhs right here, your team has to play through the Ankh, and he does that, right? Ankhs, and he just plays into the Ankh. He's not even aiming at you, he's just shooting at the Ankh. You get isolated from your team. Your team doesn't go out with you because you don't have any other tank. You get blown up way over here. Now they go out after your death. This is their mistake. Magic gets killed. And everybody's going to slowly filter die. They kill Moon Knight, surprisingly. But Punisher dies. Your 2 healers need to back away. But they stay together.
Only 60 seconds left.
I think because... I don't even know why they're staying together. Staying there. And haven't disengaged. Panther doing some work here. Got a kill on a healer. He tries to get out, but he misses his escape path. And this is going to come down to your last fight. Do you do a Strange Portal? Ooh. Is this a Strange Portal immediately into Punisher dying? Your healers aren't with you because they didn't die that fight. So you portal here, and you come out. Your healer's like, shit, he portaled. And they're going to try and run to you. Oh, okay. You turn and block it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really well done. Turn, block that. Punisher jumps out of this. Both your healers are here. But he dies instantaneously. Instantaneously, he just goes down. So there was very little reason for Punisher to come out of the turret at the moment that he did. You came out. That should have won you the game. You blocking that attack should have been massive for your team. You don't have a healer ultimate, and they do, is a problem. Punisher could just stand here and shoot. There's very little reason for him to jump out. He's got targets to shoot from the turret, or from the portal. He could even turret up here and get huge value out, but he jumps out, lands in front of the enemy team, and just explodes. Now you're down a person. Fantastic comes in. He's got really good angle on you. Gambit's trying, but your healer's spread out. That gets her killed. And you guys are just gonna get wiped up here. You get one more fight in. Get one more fight in.
The final 10 seconds.
That honk is still there, which has brought him so much value. Your team tries to come out. These two just jump out of that same thing, which I'm talking about was a problem for your team before. But I hate this thing. Okay. So this honk is still providing so much value. This is the hardest corner to come around when fighting a Moon Knight. Both your DPS go, it is time with no tanks. Because it's the last 10 seconds and somebody's got to touch, I guess, is their thought process, which can make sense. But a couple of long hits, both of them are dead. She comes out alone. She dies.
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
She comes out alone. She dies. You come out. Your whole team's dead. It's over. It's over.
Final score 4-2-3.
That's all. All right, Imperator, hit me up with a replay ID. Magic said it was a waste of a portal. The only reason why it would have been a waste of a portal was that it came a little bit early, right? You could have made one more fight and then portaled, but I wouldn't say it was a huge waste of a portal. The portal position wasn't amazing because it did put anybody coming out of the portal in a very, very difficult spot. Can't rewatch it. Put everybody in that came out of the portal in a difficult spot. You could have put it at a better angle, but that was a desperate portal play. I'm not too critical of that in the moment. There was much more problems than that particular portal play that led to that loss. Should be able to. I don't think. Or? No, you have to do it. I think you need exact. Oh, there it is. No, I'm not sure what match that was. Could have gone back there and talked about it. But yeah. For Platinum, I don't think there's a huge amount of problems. A little bit of what you just got to work on. Oh, I messed up my camera. Moment. I hate this stupid thing sometimes. The little bit of what you got to work on is tracking priority targets and using some of your abilities to their fullest a little bit better. Why Not's a little bit better than me at things like Thor and being able to give you advice on maximizing damage output on characters like Thor, but a lot of it is going to come down to like what ability are you using at what point and why have you decided to use that ability then, and then work on your tracking. I think you need to hop into the practice range and just do some aim drills more often. I would say at least once a week you should be spending some time doing aim drills. I do this a lot. I just pop in here. If you play Magneto a lot, you just hop in, grab Magneto, and you just do some aim drills, making sure that you're landing more shots. The first aim drill, not her, I just kill her because I hate her. First aim drill is here. Just work on getting a better feel for Magneto's projectile while you're moving. So you want to be able to be moving around and making sure that you're landing your shot on the targets a little bit more often.
Exactly as I expected.
And like you might want to say that this is console and or you're on console and this is PC and it's a little bit different. It is, but also I guess you can't see this because you're on TikTok, but I've got this ball mouse for those of you on any of the other platforms. I control all of my aim with my thumb just like a console player does. Isn't that wild? I don't use a mouse and like move my wrist and whatnot. All of my movement comes from thumb movement, which is very similar to analog sticks.
Exactly as I expected.
So I know a thing or two about getting accuracy on that type of thing, and you want to be able to do that a little bit better. So some of it is going to come from moving with your target. You're going to want, if your target's moving that way, you want to move along with them, so it's a lot easier to attack them. You want to kind of be moving in the same direction as them. It makes it way easier for you to land your shots. if you're moving opposite of them and then you're trying to track them, you're fighting against two directions of movement, and it's a lot harder to keep track of the target. So if there's a target you're really trying to hit, you want to kind of sync up with their movement if you want to get more damage off on them, or desync their movement if you want to make it harder for them to hit you. So if you're trying to escape from somebody, you want to go the opposite direction of them because it's way harder for them to hit you, and you want to be jumping a lot more. And to get this to work, you need to calm down a lot.
Disappointing.
So you need to just shoot less often and shoot more when you're more confident that that attack is going to land. Because every miss is worse than not shooting. Because a miss means that you're going to have to reload sooner and you didn't get damage. Where not shooting is just not getting damage.
Ah, here they are now.
A lot of console players have to get up close and personal like this before they start having good accuracy on characters like Magneto. And like Wynauts is saying here...
Magneto!
Oh, I didn't get it.
Double kill.
Shame. Like Wynauts is saying, you want to stay further back. So if you have to be up here to get your accuracy, you're not going to have a good time on Magneto. You need to be able to be this distance away and still be regularly able to land those shots.
Wow, 4 in a row.
You need to be able to keep that distance and be hitting the target every time.
5.
And every time you miss is a problem, so work on that a little bit. Yeah. You still around, Emperador? I do not see a replay ID from you. If anybody wants a replay ID, we got a little bit more time that we're willing to do on this. And can check out some more stuff. Otherwise, I could just talk about AIM stuff while we're here. Oh, here. Oh,
My
no, we looked
domain
at...
will one day
we looked at the loss.
encompass all souls. An opportunity for combat.
Double kill.
As expected.
I like to do aim training a lot. I got some things on my desk which are blocking my aim a little bit.
Wow.
Coming in here and spending at least, I would say 10 minutes a week at minimum, but I do a lot more than that of just hanging out and trying to make sure that you're getting hits.
Another soul to join my legion.
This is easy aim training, and then once you're better at aim training, you hop on down to the basement. Once you're better at that other one, you can do this. Do random, mid-range, random, super fast, timer. And then you're just like, I need to land as many hits as I can.
3, 2, 1.
And you're just trying to keep track of targets and hit them. Actually hitting them is great. That's why we need aim training.
Another
There's other aim training games, but I like to aim train in the game that I'm playing, and all the games have aim training simulators like this. You just have to be able to train yourself, right? Where some aim trainer games already have the like challenges baked into them, you have to make the challenges yourself.
Find that soul.
Sometimes I'll do like, I would go into practice settings, I would go no ability cooldowns, and I would try, this is hella landing spears. And my aim training today is how many people can I successfully hit with spears? And how many kills can I get on Luna's getting spears? And like that would be an aim training practice. Or I might do headshot practice, where I'm trying to make sure I'm getting as many headshots as I can. And then you challenge yourself and you get scores and you work on it a little bit. Your upside down mouse Spider-Man account replay? That'd be wild. That'd be wild.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
An opportunity for combat.
No. I don't have my aim today. I'm not there. There we go. Okay.
All the
Okay.
other gods fear.
Another thing to work on for aiming is about smooth tracking rather than snap tracking. If you're doing snap tracking, like I'm trying to hit this Luna and I'm trying to constantly snap to where she is.
Another
It's a
soul
lot
to join
harder
my
than if you can
legions.
start to get better at just like moving your cursor along with them rather than constantly snapping to them. Especially on hit scanners. You're gonna find a better time.
As expected.
And if you're on something like Punisher, you want to be able to work on things
Right
like
is right.
there's
and wrong is wrong.
trying to shoot like that, or there's trying to shoot like a smoother shot pattern. So even just shooting walls can be good practice to try and get as smooth of shots as you can get. Because even when moving sideways, like ideally you should be able to get a pretty smooth. If you're just doing this, that's not helpful. But if you're able to move sideways but still get a pretty smooth line, you could possibly track somebody that's moving different from you.
5,
All useful things. All useful
3,
things.
2, 1.
Heads up, hostiles. More scum scraped off.
Upside down, so like up is down and right is left, so you've got like inverted controls and then you have different sensitivity settings each game. Why would you do that to yourself? Also, why would you do that to your teammates? That seems like a super rude thing to do to your team.
You made your last mistake.
You hold it upside down. And then you click with your paw?
More scum scraped
Very
off.
interesting. Very interesting. Man, I need work on this. It's been a little while. It's been a little. I don't really do Punisher.
Justice, pure and simple.
10 kills isn't terrible. 10 kills isn't terrible. It should be better. All right, we're gonna do one more here. We got a replay ID to look at. What do we got? Replays 10433883120. Upside down mouse Spider-Man, he says. Can you please do magic? What do you want me to do on magic, clearly? Just talk about things that you can do better on magic? I've got an advanced magic guide if you check us out. That can give you a lot of info on doing what to do better on magic. All right, what are we looking at here? Are you Sigma Spood? You're Sigma Spooder for sure. For sure. Right, you're not John Pones. He hasn't confirmed yet. The other spider found you and spider traced you.
Got that vehicle.
That's your friend. This isn't you? You're the Gambit. You're the Gambit. Spooder. Okay, I thought I was looking at a Spider-Man game.
Double KO.
Just the boost I needed.
Is this also upside down?
My waterfall. They will pay for this. You know you had that coming.
Damn.
Got behind you.
That perks me up.
Damn.
They faded halfway. Stop them.
Holding your mouse upside down, that means up is down, left is right. You need to get used to inverse controls. I used to do that a lot in like flying games. Yeah, thoroughly check out our Mastering Magic. We got a mastery guide. Talks about a lot of better decisions you can make, good combos you should be looking for, and how you should play around in your games. All right, so this guy's just showing off with his upside down mouse gameplay, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The enemy team has a terrible start. Absolutely terrible. This guy's up here alone. I don't know where their tank is. I don't know what their planning is, but they're letting you get so much room. Hawkeye dies. He should not have been there alone. You're currently Diamond 1, and it's been a grind. I feel like matchmaking is tough on losing time with best stats in lobby most games and losing. It's very easy for it to feel like it's the matchmaking that is the problem, but I almost always guarantee it's something else. A lot of it is a very bad environment in the game right now. I would say the player base in the game are in a very, very bad spot where there's a lot of toxicity in blaming others, not taking responsibility for yourself, forcing characters, making certain expectations and things like that that could lead to a lot of those feels.
He stabbed them in their
I think the top of diamond is where you're getting from players that aren't particularly good into players that are. That's the breaking point, right? And so you get a lot of players that feel like they're better than they are, stuck there fighting players that are better than them, because there's constantly people moving through diamond and actually climbing, and then there's a lot of players stuck in diamond that are going to be there forever. And it can feel rough, but both teams have that all the time. It's never both sides don't. The main problems that you're probably going to be experiencing is lack of game sense is where you're going to be struggling a little bit. You're not paying enough attention to all the things that are happening, as well as lack of comboing with your teammates is more likely going to be what's going to be holding you back. I'm in a very similar spot. I bounce between Diamond and Grandmaster. Top of Diamond, bottom of Grandmaster is kind of my skill limit, and some of that just comes down to, are you only that good? You would need to maybe queue with others to get any higher. Why Not is talking about queuing with me to help me get higher, but that wouldn't be on me. That would be on somebody else better than me helping me get higher than I belong. Yeah, this is crazy. You guys went really ham on that Iron Man here. You're like so aggressive. You don't have a tank. It's you and your buddy just like flexing on the enemy team. You kill Spidey. You guys go over here. You're messing. Go for Invisible Woman. Get the kill. Going for Torch. Back here, you've let Sue die. Nobody's helping her. Thing's not looking at her. Rogue's not looking at her. Nobody is supporting your teammates through this. You guys are just seeing red and showing off. So Cap lands down on Invisible Woman. She should be able to push him away and get to Friends, but Friends are just ignoring her and leaving her in the dust. Ultron and Cap just murder her while you guys are flexing over here. You're full on charging away. Ultron's, I don't know what his plan is. But he's trying to fight Magic solo. Distracting Magic quite a bit, but not adding any value. What is he doing? They're not getting anything out of what Ultron's doing. Their Magic is doing fine. She's stopping him from touching the point. And your team's winning this so heavily that Ultron just completely wasted his time there. Hawkeye got a pick, but that's all Hawkeye can really do. Cap's dead. You guys are just flexing. You guys are just flexing. Because you're doing this challenge on yourselves and you're messing yourselves up. The spider is also upside down mouse. Yeah. So you guys are doing this challenge to yourself. You are so much further ahead of these players in game skill that this is just a casual. This is just casual for you guys. You're gonna be stuck on the point that you're just fighting against yourselves. It's your challenge in this game is not gonna be the enemy team at all. Because you're not playing at the level that you're used to, so you're just messing around, and you guys are making some sloppy mistakes just because you're having fun, and you can see that. You can see that. Murdered. The poor Invisible Woman must be feeling so frustrated in this game because she is completely alone, and like, look how long it takes you guys to actually get this point from there. From here, it takes you so long to get this point because you guys are just trying to flex. You ult for just you and Spidey. Nobody else in your team is going to benefit from this ultimate. So again, you're just style pointing on the enemy team. You're just here messing around. Obliterate him. Obliterate him. The two of you kill two people before you go down to Ultron. Does he get... No, he doesn't. And he goes down. Now your team lost 2 to get 2. Doesn't really give you anything. Next gaming session, I'll check out your Celestial. There's always stuff to learn. Good. You're just messing around. You're just messing around. All right. Is it first come, first serve? It is, but we can do one more and we'll do yours because we don't have one lined up. And this guy's just showing off. Just showing off. Hit us up with a replay ID, Jordan. This will be our last one for the session. Last one for today. In a future one, Thoroughly, if you're still around, you can hit me up and give me a replay, and we can talk about some of the things that are happening in the games. Even if you're like feeling like you're MVP or SVP all the time and you're doing really good, there's always going to be something that you're doing that is what is stopping you from moving up higher. Can you give me a username? Sure. I can check your username. As long as your account's not private, figure it out. Raphael. And there's a lot that my viewers can learn from watching somebody at your skill level as well. Why not? So I appreciate it if you do want to share it. History, competitive gold 2 matches. So you've begun the competitive season, or the placement matches here. You got a 6, 8, and 4. If you've got less kills than you have deaths, that's always a problem. But there's a lever. I don't want to watch a lever game. But he was 13 and 7, so he left pretty late. Let's see how this goes. But he left pretty late. Not you? This isn't you? Is there a space in yours? Okay. Okay. Maybe. Try that again. Trafalgar space _ law. Grandmaster. There we go. Grandmaster. Primarily rogue. Do you want me to check out this game? Or this game? Or is there a different game? Is there a particular one here that you want me to look at? This one. Cap for most of the game? How did I do that? Oh, there we go. Cap for most of the game, Storm for some of it, Strange for a little bit. Is there a particular role that you tend to play and you want me to check out? Is there... What are you feeling? I can look at any of these. It's no problem. Do a Storm game. Okay. A lot of characters. Okay. We'll check out this one because it did say that you played Storm for over half of it. Or around half of it. Let's check out some of your Storm play. So you were playing Storm in Grandmaster. The problem, or the risky business of that is that Hellas and Hawkeyes are starting to get good, right? And they're common. So they're both common and good. What are our bans? Hawkeye, you did ban. You didn't ban Hella. Hawkeye is the better ban right now in general in these ranks. As you get higher, Hella becomes a better ban. The higher you get through the ranks, the more and more ban-worthy Hella becomes. Hawkeye peaks out at GM Diamond and then isn't as threatening past there. You guys are doing the upfront position. This is a stronghold right here if you hold this line, but the retreat option is really rough because you have to retreat this way, which is worse for your character and better for the enemy characters. So this one could be a little bit worse. Little bit worse. I just want to see... The first thing that happens is you get taken out by a Phoenix. The first negative thing. So he's not playing far enough forward, being disrupting enough, and letting the whole amount of firing line come through the enemy team. So we've got the enemy team firing line coming right down your line, and Venom's job should be to pull some of the attention away, and he's just not doing it. Yeah, they're losing space, backing up because all of the attention can come down the line. Venom's not doing anything about it. But you guys don't have to hold this space. This space is important, so it's fine. It's fine. Most of the time you're going to fight here. And you guys come to this point, the defensive point, which is good. And here you should be holding the line. And I assume a really sick Phoenix combo is coming out here. I just want to see it happen first, and then we're going to look a little bit more at what you're up to. Ooh, really? You went down a little bit quicker than... Or to a little bit more different attacks at the same time than I expected. We can see he's not pulling any attention off to the side. Venom's not doing his job. He should be over here. He should be over here. He should be over here. He should be doing something to pull attention away. That's what Dive Tank should be doing. He's not doing that. He's just allowing the full attention to come forward. Magneto's behind you. He is not feeling confident at all in your team's ability to keep him alive. She seems to be looking at the floor. You've been low for so long. Not a single thought in her head to heal you. You get into the bubble. That's good. Phoenix is just gunning for you. She is locked in on you through that entire time, and your healers aren't locked in on you for it. You can see just every time Phoenix is just blasting at you, Thor blasting at you. She reloads during a decent moment, good moment to reload. She shoots that at the ground to create her bubble. And then she's just throwing HP daggers into the pile of people. You use this for pressure, break line of sight from the enemy team. That's great. Ideally, a dagger or two should come your way. What's happening right now is that Invisible Woman can heal this whole group right here with just shooting her heal back and forth. It goes through both these guys, does crazy healing. The bubble's up. This is giving huge healing to everybody in the area. Her whole focus should be on you because you're the flyer and she's the flyer healer. And she's not doing it. You're getting healed through the bubble. It's hitting you a little bit at this point. You get knocked up from this attack. You go so high, and then that Phoenix has just been gunning for you the whole time. That's what happened from the perspective of the greater game. What happens from your perspective?
Hostiles coming in.
You're doing a good job here. What we're seeing is Storm's attacks are all piercing. This is for people that don't understand Storm. All Storm's attacks are piercing. They go through multiple targets. So you want to keep yourself at levels of elevation that you're at an interesting angle that forces the enemy team to shoot differently than usual. But you're also at an angle that you can hit multiple targets with your attacks per time. The Strain Shield is ruining a lot of that potential out of you. The thing is having trouble with the slowed down speed. The replayer can't keep up with the inputs. I like that you're bobbing and weaving, you're moving up and down, you're moving left and right, you're bouncing around the fight, which is great. That's showing that you're at the rank that you can actually play a flyer, and you're doing flying all right. The bubble goes down. You can see it here. You go into it. That's awesome. You're getting the healing from it. You leave it here, and then you get yourself killed from all of that pressure just flying at you. Their whole team is really low, though. And Magic's looking like she's going for a play. Does she get anything? Yes. Gets 2. Why? Okay. Scared of Magic, I guess. Their team had no win condition there, right? At that point, that disappear just was absolutely wasted. So Magneto got low from the Phoenix landing. The Phoenix's ult hit. And he got low, and she just panicked, hit Q, and clicked down. I don't know, because she hasn't done it yet. Okay, yeah, so she was just aiming to do it. Put it down. There was no wind pressure, I don't think, for the enemy team, but whatever. As long as Cloak did an ultimate, you're fine. Clean that up. You have started your rollout. And your team easily cleans up that fight. Easily clean out of that fight. What rank are you? I am currently Diamond 1. My cap this season is Grandmaster 3. We are reviewing a Grandmaster game. So why did she ult? Was anything happening? You guys were over pushed. The enemy one ulted, but she's back here. Oh, Darkchild. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're bobbing and weaving throughout the fight. That's awesome. You're in. Oh, that was just super fortunate. That was just super fortunate. I don't even know if you did that intentionally. Got an 8-pounder. Wow. Awesome. So they, us against the world. Darkchild comes. She ults to counter Darkchild. That's great. You move down into the healing sphere of the ult. This is a huge thing a lot of flyers mess up, is that they stay elevated too high up and they don't play into the cloak and dagger field. You dropped your elevation. That's awesome. That's showing some of the skill and things that players at this rank are starting to learn well and do well. They want to counter it with Invisible Woman. So Invisible Woman's here. She's doing a double jump in invisible or disappear right as you hit E. And she just explodes. She just explodes. How to get your game reviewed? You share your review ID into the chat when I ask for review IDs, and first come, first serve. But this is the last one for today. You would have to come back next week on Thursday. Ideally. I think Thursday is going to be mostly the game review days. I just want to see. Thor ult, disappear. He slams down, you hit E. Boom. Dead. They came in confident because of the invisibility went off, and Magic gets to go in there and have a great old time. Your lightning strikes land down. Clean up. Beautiful. Awesome moment with the Thor ultimate. And cleaned up. That was their Thor ultimate. What? I'm even more confused. I thought the Thor ultimate was what killed Invisible Woman. Wait a second. You drop down. What kills her? Slowing it down. I thought it was the Thor ultimate, but no, it was her team's Thor ultimate. Watching it from your perspective.
Help. So
She's already dead there.
I bring thunder.
a little help, please.
Fear Magneto.
Now's my chance.
Misses. You drop down into the field. Your team is damage boosted.
Go have fun.
You're just landing awesome shots down this line. You right click into the shield, that happens. You get her with a shot. She got really low. I don't know why her healing ultimate didn't heal her there. But she's low.
My shields are down.
What? Killed her. She just took so much damage there.
Us against the world.
What's your rank, GM? You're getting awesome damage off through that entire group of people. It was really unfortunate your right click gets blocked here. She takes a huge chunk from something there. And then another huge chunk. Maybe it's just all of the abilities hitting her at one time. Magic swings. And then Cloak. Yeah, she just explodes here. I don't know what that explosion that killed her was. And then you hit E, and boom, so much damage. So much damage. Lightning strikes come down. You're just doing insane amounts of work from the storm there. And then you guys get another win. So here you're about to get another team win. Where are you at? Oh, you're Stormholting. Okay, that's fine. Stormhold comes out. Oh, they did pretty good at stopping your ultimate from getting value.
A little help, please.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
Feel the Wrath of the Goddess, you go forward. Go right on top of a healer, but she gets the frickin' Invisible Woman shield. And that's just too much to go through. You try and chase him down, but he was able to get it out. You guys still managed to clean up this because your ult forced them to spread out, right?
Happy to help.
So your ult spread their team out, and your team was able to then take advantage of that. You get a nice snipe out there,
This out.
and here your team gets overconfident. That's the only thing that could possibly happen here that went wrong.
Good healing.
The bad guys. Only 60 seconds left.
By the
Eye of Agamotto, boom. Gets only Meg. But he does just get exploded. Now you guys are down a person. Magic doesn't really respect it. She gets tackled to the ground. You've gotten pretty low, and you also die. Phoenix doing work.
Only 60 seconds left.
So, overly pushed. Eye of Agamotto comes out, but only hits Magneto. Shouldn't have been a big deal. You have Disappear, which I would use right now. She shoots her slow orb, but she doesn't think about using the Disappear. That stun shot comes out there, does some damage. She gets 2 combo blasts, getting explosions off on several people, gets you low and kills you. Your team's now down 2 people. They gotta disengage. She now pops Disappear at a really bad location. This Disappear, most of it you can't use. You only can really use this one to stop the enemy team. He's kind of trapped. That's the main reason why she used it, was to save him. I take everything is going to come in. These guys are going to give up way too much space. Yeah, that Disappear just didn't help your team at all.
30 seconds.
And now it's just going to be stagger after stagger. They overcommit. And so they overcommitted. Magic gets a kill. Venom doing what he should, going on to point, but he doesn't have any of his defenses and he gets killed. Magic still doing so much work. 2 healers down. You come out. You died, but like Magic's now gotten both healers and Phoenix.
Seconds.
You died just because they decided to focus on you instead of Magic, right? Darkchild comes out, which is hilarious that they need a Darkchild to stop that Magic.
You'll have to keep fighting
And they
until
get the
you have
point.
a winner.
And they get the point.
Equal in its tracks.
They've spotted any healing
We
is
better
good
test
healing.
this
At this point, you got Meg, Thor. And again, just Phoenix is able to get you too often.
Better stop.
You're very healthy here.
Healing is
250, 250, 250. Boom, boom, boom. You're dead so fast. You're dead so fast.
What am I? Invisible?
And your team staggers. Magic dies a while after you. By the time you're back in the fight, you kill this amplifier.
by
And
the
you start losing people. Eye of Agamotto again.
feel the wrath of the
You ults. Dark Force, get a kill. Ooh, you didn't pick her up. And your E didn't pick her up. She managed to get away. She goes down though. Mutant Kind. He lands it. Massive for your team. Okay, okay. I'm right.
Now's my chance. Only 60 seconds left.
happy to help.
Hostile.
Insolent.
Man, and you guys
What's a piece of me now?
lose the point?
Vengeance is mine.
My power.
You had such a good fight there. And somehow they get control of the point again, because I can see B team claiming the mission vehicle here.
30 seconds.
But no deaths between now and then, so your team just gives so much ground.
Hold still.
I take everything. Your Moon Knight ults and dies. So he's just patiently waiting for an ult play. But then he goes into it. He could have just stayed up here. He was fine. He messed up bad there. Should have ulted on point. Should have stayed up there because nobody was paying attention to him. Lots of mistakes out of there. Yo, Happy New Year, Hanzo.
The final 10 seconds.
Final 10 seconds. You guys should not have lost that point. But your team just became too split up and fractured.
Chance to stop them.
You cannot hurt me.
Where did you go? Over here. Using this space is good. Darkchild is just going to mess you up. The amount of time you survive from Darkchild is really great. You fly up here. You get sniped out from a stray dagger, it looks like.
You'll have to keep fighting until
Your Darkchild goes for the play alone. But just can't find anything out of it. You kill their rogue, but nobody's touching point. She's trying. She's trying. Moon Knight's not helping. There we go. Now he's going to get killed. Your ult comes in and you get countered by Phoenix. Phoenix is just such a big counter for you there on Storm.
they hit a checkpoint.
You're doing great on Storm. There's lots of good movements that you're doing, a lot of good decisions, but you are playing into one of your biggest counters. Two of your biggest counters probably, because Invisible Woman is also... Oh, she switched off. They switched off. Invisible Woman's really strong into you because her shield is so stupidly strong into your ultimate.
Only 60 seconds left.
60 seconds left. Amplifier goes down. Eye of Agamotto gets everyone. Us Against the World saves the day pretty good, but you lose magic just to the sheer damage. Amplifier is a lot. Moon comes down. He absolutely whiffed it. Nobody... Oh, but still got... Somebody backed into it. I took everything. You've isolated yourself from your team a little bit. You got lost out there. Something went on here. Something...
Ah, here they are now.
We better test this out.
You can do all tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow. Let's do tomorrow.
So cold.
Happy to
My
help.
power knows no
Only 60 seconds left.
So the stun comes out, gets your whole team. Co-op time is out. Your team's fine to kind of stay in it. The Amplifier is a problem that you should be attacking. You do. Contra comes down. Oh, you go for this Phoenix, and she gets to the health back, and that's where you got yourself isolated. So you stayed in the healing ultimate, but everybody else on your team left it. Just coordinational issues. If your team had invested in staying in the healing ultimate, you guys would all be up here, and it might have gone a little bit better for you. But you get separated out, and you just try and float your way. Taking the top route would have been better. I think you know that. We in same province? Probably noonish. Noon works. Noon work for you. I'll try and make noon work. So yeah, when she got away and got the health pack, going this route would have been better than flying through the entire enemy team. You can't go this route because she'll win that 1v1 against you, but you could try and go this route. Go around here. There's a couple of options to sneak away from sniper players to make out that route. You try and go through the cave, and you're just going to get caught out. He's not... No Ankh, no combo, no ability to help him get success out of that ultimate. He just tosses them so randomly. At this point, you've gone cap.
Fighting until we have a winner.
So somebody asked you to change, I guess, because you used to have 2 tanks and you still have 2 tanks.
I'll be shipshape in no time.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
He used it kind of like a zoning tool, but he wasn't able to get much out of it. You should be able to survive a little bit longer than that in cap.
It's now or never.
Shipshape in no time.
Behind you. We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Stands with you.
And yeah, Phoenix just gets up in your face and then takes you down. You turn to run with your shield up. I might have tried to back up a little bit more and use the shield a little bit more.
I never stick. Coming through.
Do-do-do.
By the
I have Agamotto. Can you save anybody there?
the boost I need.
Good, good. Use your body and your shield to dodge a lot of damage. Pop your ultimate here. Oh, okay. Oh, but you gotta stop them.
Your brother would be proud.
And then you all. All right, all right, all right.
Score is
That's fine. That's fine.
0-2.
That was all your Storm play, I think, because from then on you're on other characters. So a lot of good stuff, a lot of good movement. You playing Storm into Phoenix was just you flexing or something. You're playing into one of your biggest counters. Probably shouldn't do that. I didn't see any real major problems from your gameplay. Your accuracy was okay. Everybody's got to work on accuracy. Accuracy is the most important thing in the game. Yeah. I think you did well. I think you did well. I think you're doing pretty solid there. A lot of the mistakes that happened in this game were not on your shoulders. That's how it would go. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out today. That is the end of the stream. I got to get back to work. I'm already way past how long I'm supposed to do this for. I'll have to work a little bit extra today, but that is life. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. I'm Zesty Fresh from the place called Sazaze Games. And we will catch you guys next time. Bye.